It is now or never. It is do or die time. It is go out swinging. It is face your entire destiny here tonight, right in front of you in Hicksville, Indiana. You have one mission, y'all. You must survive. You go down 0-3, history says the series is over. No team has ever come back from being down 0-3 before. And so we arrive here down 0-2 on the road because New York could not handle business in the Garden. They couldn't PTG. They couldn't protect the Garden, right? We had very simple goals, don't ruin the vibe. It was very likely we were going to split those two games in New York, come here to Indiana for a dogfight, but instead we come here as a team on the brink, the team of destiny that everything has gone right for, fully healthy for the playoff run, took down the champs in the second round, improbable victory against the champs where nobody expected the Knicks to be here, and you make it all the way to this point just to let everybody, including yourselves, down. And so now all of that in the air is on the line tonight. In Indiana, there is no tomorrow. You lose and you're likely done. And so Tom Thibodeau has turned to his tried and true favorite defensive player on the team. Big Mitchell Robinson is in the starting lineup tonight, y'all. We got Robinson along with Towns, Bridges, Anunoby, and Brunson, meaning Josh Hart, a man we have all asked to be moved to the bench at various points in this season, usually for Deuce McBride, will now be coming off the bench as our true, he's finally arrived, y'all. Our true sixth man on this team has finally arrived. And I love Josh Hart, and I know y'all love Josh Hart, but best believe Josh Hart will still play 30-plus minutes tonight because he's that damn good at basketball. But thank goodness we finally got the starting lineup broken up just a bit. Now, it wasn't for the guy I wanted to Deuce McBride, but Mitchell Robinson's just as good. And so here tonight, you throw everything against the wall. You go all out, everything out the window. You throw the kitchen sink at them, and you find a way to win. Because if you don't survive, your season is likely over. Here we go. How y'all feeling? How y'all feeling? Nervous? Excited? Positive, negative, let it all out. Let it all out. Yak said Mitch clearly earned it. He did. He did. As much as I think Deuce McBride fits the starting lineup better than Mitch, Mitch has earned the opportunity in the biggest game of the season, down 0-2 on the road, to step in and be the leader on this team that he has been since he's gotten back in terms of being vocal, in terms of playing hard, bringing the energy, bringing the effort that this team can, and the urgency that this team can sometimes lack, oftentimes lack. Many of the times in which they need the urgency, lack the level of urgency that they need. Mitchell Robinson has always been there time and time again to say, y'all, what are we doing? Because he knows what it's like to be on a 17-win team. He knows what it's like to have a bleak future in the NBA, to not know if, hey, man, I may not even be here tomorrow. They may look to trade me. And so throw him in the lineup, and let's get it rolling. Jump ball is up. Mitchell Robinson wins it. Karl-Anthony Towns grabs it, and we are off and running, y'all. Justice's dad, Nick Yak, Doug Fresh, AP, Mike, Angel A1 Roman, Sire Love. Let's get to it. Let's get to it. Sweetie was popping. Brunson has it up top, being guarded by Neesmith. Coming to his left off the Robinson screen, driving it down to the basket, stops, turns, fall-away jumper in the paint, wide open, got it to go, and the captain is off and running. Big Cap, we gonna need another 40 ball here tonight because best believe you gotta go down swinging. I don't give a damn. Shoot it 30 times. Shoot it 40 times. Hell, shoot every single shot. I don't care. Siakam has it up top, being guarded by Towns. Hopefully Towns can lock up in on him. They swing it around. Nembhard, jab step, driving to his left past Anunoby, leans in. Little follow-away jumper. OG Anunoby with the block. He said, not today, Nembhard. And I like taking OG off of Pascal Siakam, put Towns on him, a bigger body. And Nembhard can get locked up by Anunoby, a better matchup for him. Brunson comes to the basket, catches, pump fake, stops, turns, spins, kicks it out. Bridges, a deep left corner three. Comes up short. Can't get it to go. Nembhard with the rebound. Needed that one, Bridges. Let's get it going. We need a good start. Had a good defensive start. Nice two quality shots. They get it over the top to Halliburton, driving it down, kicks it out. Turner up top, wide open on the straightaway three. He comes up well short. Towns with the rebound. Quick outlet to Brunson. We're driving it down. Halliburton hit the floor. He remained on the floor. Now he's back up and running. Now here comes Brunson, bringing it down. Catches, pump fake, leans in, off glass. Can't get it to go. Robinson kept it alive, but can't hold on to it. Here comes Nembhard, bringing it down the other way. Nembhard up top. Hesitates, now pulls it back out, has it up top being guarded by Anunoby, coming to his left, steps back for a three over Robinson on the contest, and he can't get it to go. Towns with the rebound, hit ahead to Brunson. Brunson over to Bridges. Bridges bringing it down. Quick crossover to his left, attacking in the paint. Low fall-away jumper. He created the space, but he can't get it to go. Come on, Bridges, wide open shots in the paint. Here comes Siakam pushing the other way. Towns is going to pick him up. Spinning, dancing, crossing over to his left. Brunson forced to switch on to Siakam. Coming to his right in the middle of the lane, puts up the floater. He got it to go to open the game for the Pacers, and we're tied at 2, even though the Knicks have had very good opportunities. Come on, you got to knock these shots down, Mikhail. Can't get off to a slow start here today. We're 2 minutes into it, 10 minutes to go. Neesmith guarding Brunson up top over to Bridges. Bridges being guarded by Nembhard. Over to Towns. Towns up top. It's Brunson coming to his right on the wing. Catches, pump fakes over Neesmith. Jab step. Coming to his left. He's going to have to throw up this three. Shot clock winding down. Gets it up. Way long. Can't get it to go. Bad offensive possession from the Knicks. A lot of standing around. A lot of palms waving up into the air. You know what that means. I don't know what's going on here, guys. What are we doing? I don't like that offense. They get it over to Siakam being chased by Towns. Stop, turn, spin. Fall-away jumper in the paint. He comes up short on it. Robinson with the rebound. Here comes JB. Get us a quality shot, Captain. Get us a quality shot here. Hit ahead to Anunoby. Inside pass to Towns. Towns against Turner. Good bully ball move. Catches. Pump fake. Gets him up in the air. Floater. Airballs it. Robinson it off into rebounder, and he lays it up and in. All right. There you go. The double big lineup working out in that instance. Siakam on the left wing attacking. Towns is going to pick him up. He blows by Towns. Goes to the basket. Can't get the layup to go. Great help defense from OG Anunoby. That's also a phenomenal reason to take Anunoby off of Siakam. The help defense is always going to be there from OG. Towns has it up top. Inside pass to Anunoby to the basket. He takes one dribble and gets fouled by Halliburton. He's going to the foul line for 2 free throws. I like it. I like the ball movement. I like the player movement. I like the passing. I like that everybody's playing with their heads up right now. We had one bad offensive possession so far, but outside of that, everything has been quality. Everything has been quality, from Towns post up, Towns out of the high post, Brunson with the one-on-one situation against Neesmith getting a good quality look out of the mid-range. We got an offensive rebound from Mitch so far, and Anunoby now comes to the basket. We got 2 nice open shots for Bridges that he did not convert, but he will convert as the game goes on. Anunoby misses a free throw, though. We can't get into a situation where we're missing free throws here tonight, y'all. We can't do that. Season is on the line. Season is on the line. I don't want to see no missed free throws. Come on, man. Chi-Chi, what's up, Chi-Chi? I'm sorry I'm not paying too close as he misses 2, but Towns an offensive rebound in the paint against Siakam. Throws it up. Can't get it to go. Robinson keeping it alive. Neesmith with it. Come on, y'all. Come on. Halliburton bringing it down the other way. Hit ahead. Nembhard. Left corner. Catches. Pump fakes. He's going to step back for a 3. Towns comes flying out at him, but he splashes it anyway. Bad defense from the Knicks. And they say it's a long 2, so it's tied at 4. Bridges. Up top, coming to his right after Robinson screen, snaking it down the lane, catches, pump fake, goes up off glass, and he gets it to go. Good attack. And it looks like Miles Turner's headband came flying off. He got his hair flopping around now. Here comes Halliburton pushing it the other way. My man El Tigre, what's up, El Tigre? He said, New York, stand up. Yes, sir. Halliburton steps back for a right wing 3. Can't get it to go. Towns another rebound. Here comes Brunson. My man El Tigre, I appreciate the support, brother. I appreciate the support. Hit ahead to Anunoby on the right wing. Catches, jab step 3. That's in. You know it's in. If OG Anunoby catches it on the wing and he hits you with one of these, if he rises up to shoot it after that, it's going in every single time. I've never seen him miss one of those. Halliburton drives to the basket, gets grabbed by Bridges, and Bridges can't give him the and one as Halliburton misses a wide open, easy floater. Terrible foul from Bridges. I don't know what he was thinking there, but worked out in our favor. 9-4 start. Halliburton going to the foul line for 2 free throws. My man El Tigre is still all the way up there. My man, I got to pull you back down. Where are you? Why can't I grab it right now? There we go. I like it when you're down here, my dog. I like it when you're down here. Halliburton knocks down the first one. Justice's dad said OG misses both. Unreal. It's a do or die time. Can't be missing free throws, man. Can't be missing free throws. Halliburton knocked down both of them. We're under 8 to go. Brunson bringing it down against Neesmith. Coming to his right off a high screen from Towns. Neesmith does a great job sticking with him. Brunson coming to his left off a Robinson screen, driving it down, gets his shoulders past him, stops, turns in the paint. Got nobody kicks out to. Finds Bridges wide open in the right wing, right corner. Can't get it to go. Neesmith with the rebound. Here comes Siakam, shot out of a cannon. Anunoby back treading. Goes up high off glass, can't get it to go. Towns comes flying in, fighting for the rebound, and it's out of bounds, staying with the Pacers. Keanu Bryant said, just make them work. Knicks, and we win in the fourth. They get it in. Neesmith, right corner three. He can't get that one to go. Brunson with the rebound. Brunson bringing it down. Has it on the right wing. Coming to his left off a double screen. Swings it over to Towns. Towns gets it over to Anunoby down low. Catches pump fake. Goes up. Gets a nice layup. Can't get it to go. Robinson right there for the tip back up and in. Okay. And a timeout from the Pacers. 11-6. A 5-point lead for the Knicks. Doesn't even necessarily feel like the Knicks are playing well in the sense that they're not making the easy ones. Anunoby's missed 2 free throws. Bridges missed 2 nice wide open looks from the corners. He missed an easy jumper in the middle of the lane that he knocks down 100 times out of 100. So that's 8 points from Bridges we've left on the table so far. That's 10 points total with the 2 missed Anunoby free throws. So realistically, the Knicks should be up. I'm not even going to give them the full 10. Let's just give them half of that. Let's give them 5, right? So the Knicks should be up 16-6. They should be up 10 points right now. Ooh. El Tigre said, we might see a little Huck tonight. We will absolutely not see any Huck, El Tigre. I very much doubt we see any Huck Porty tonight. Very much doubt it. Zero Tolerance said, the Pacers are colder than Alaska, and we are not letting them pay for that. Yeah. Nembhard missed a makeable 3, Halliburton missed a makeable 3, and then Neesmith missed a makeable 3. That's 9 points on the board for them. So, if anything, we could call it chalk. Knicks up 5. We could call it chalk because the Knicks missed easy opportunities that they should cash in, and the Pacers missed easy opportunities that they should cash in. And so that's 10 points to 9. You want to make the case the Knicks should be up 12-6, sure, or just give them the Knicks the 2 free throws that they missed, 13-6. Still feels better with a 7-point lead than a 5-point lead, but at the same time, it's just 2 points. 2 points can mean everything in a situation like this. I'm happy the Knicks are coming out and playing decently well, right? The defense seems pretty good. Everybody's communicating. I like the way they match up now with Robinson in the lineup as opposed to Josh Hart in the lineup, just because it takes Anunoby off of Siakam, because Siakam absolutely cooked him, puts Towns on him, a bigger body, forcing Siakam out to the perimeter more, having to ball handle a little bit because he can't just shoot over Towns. Towns with the 7 foot, being 7 feet tall with a long wingspan, the way he could lean in and shoot a little fall-away mid-range jumper over Anunoby. So that's a better matchup. Robinson on Turner is the thing that it's like, oof, right? That's another thing. Turner also missed a wide-open 3. But the way Turner has played in the series, I'm not too concerned about Turner for now. We'll worry about him when it's time to worry about him. And Joseph Cisneros with the subscription. I appreciate you, Joe. I appreciate you. Thank you. Hope you're having a good time. I missed it before, but there it is. I don't know why I didn't show up on screen, but Yak said, controlling the boards, looking great, need to finish. Yeah, I think it's going to be interesting when the bench comes in because Mitchell Robinson will not be going up against the bench this time. So how different is the bench battle going to be with Josh Hart coming in now instead of Mitchell Robinson? Very interested to see what the lineup situation looks like now with Robinson, with Josh Hart coming in instead of Robinson as the first sub. Sire Love said, sounds like we'll grind it out tonight. I hope so. Gigi said those were easy shots for Bridges last year. I don't understand. Me either, man. Me either. I don't even want to get into it. Just knock down your shots. It's too late in the season to even be concerned about it. Yak said Bridges will go off tonight. I hope so. Because we need all hands on deck. That was the mantra during the Celtics series. It hasn't necessarily been the mantra in this series because the Knicks should be able to dominate with their star power and even survive a bad Anunoby game or a bad Bridges game. But it's looking like it's going to need to be all hands on deck. Neesmith, a straightaway three. He misses it. Neesmith missing shots is crazy. Turner able to grab the offensive rebound, though. Come on, man. They swing it around. Siakam, right wing catches, pump fake, jab step, throws it inside the Turner, being guarded by Bridges. He goes up all glass, and he gets it to go. Good job from Brunson not to foul him, though. Like, thank goodness. Don't foul him, JB. But you got to grab rebound. See, the offensive rebound led to a basket. You played good defense. You forced a miss. And now here you are being punished for it because you couldn't grab a rebound. Come on, man. Brunson on the left wing being guarded by Nembhard. Brunson coming to his right off the Halliburton screen. Stopping, dancing with it against Nembhard. Swings through to the basket, puts it up over him. Rolls on the rim a couple of times, but he can't grab it. Here comes Neesmith bringing it down. Good box out from the Pacers. Nobody under the basket to grab a rebound for the Knicks or battle for an offensive rebound against the Knicks. Nembhard dancing with it up top, coming to his right, driving it down to the basket, flips it up, gets it to go down, and he hits the floor. He's looking for a foul call, and it's 11-10, just like that. Just like that. Halfway through this first quarter, timer's a minute off, but we'll catch up. Bridges has it up top, being guarded by Halliburton. Get it to Brunson. Brunson coming to his right. Driving it down in the lane. Leans in. Gets chased down, blocked by Turner, but they call a foul, and Brunson's going to go to the foul line for 2 free throws. Yeah, I said not turning it over is huge. It is. It is huge. Mike said pass the ball, JB. Who you want him to pass it to? Mikal Bridges, who hasn't made a shot so far? OG Anunoby, who's standing in the corner, who's not open? Come on, man. In these situations, you put the ball in your best player's hands and you tell him go cook. I don't know what NBA you've been watching, but what did the Minnesota Timberwolves do last night? They put the hand to Anthony Edwards and they said, go cook, big dog. Go cook. And what did he do? He cooked. Let JB cook, brother. Let JB cook. Adrian Drummond, did they figure JB out? Do you know what Jalen Brunson is averaging in the series? He's averaging 39 points. Relax. Justice's dad said, Mitch guaranteed double-doubles by halftime. I hope so. I hope so. I hope we get a fantastic game from pretty much everybody. Everybody's got to step up and do their job tonight. Brunson knocks down both free throws. Thank you for knocking down your free throws, JB. Halliburton quickly pushing the other way. Josh Hart subbed in for Karl-Anthony Towns. They swing it around the Nembhard, up top to Toppin. Toppin, who's also subbed in. Out to Halliburton. Halliburton dancing with it against Bridges. Crossing over to his left. Stops, turns, pivots, kicks it out to Turner. Inside pass gets stolen by Bridges. Excellent defense from the Knicks. Terrible decision from Turner. They leave it off for Josh Hart, who's just subbed in. Josh Hart has it up top, directing traffic. He picked up his dribble. He got to get it to somebody. Up top to Bridges. Bridges going to look to dance against Toppin. Stop, cross over, fall away jumper over him. Got it to go. There you go, Bridges. Way to get on the board, brother. I mean, he made a layup earlier, but way to knock down a midi. Because we know that's your go-to. Nembhard has it up top, being guarded by Anunoby. Coming to his left. Kicks it out to Halliburton. And an offensive foul, a defensive foul, and OG Anunoby battling for position against Turner. Under 5 to go here. Nembhard will inbound it. They get it in to Turner. McBride is also subbed in. They kick it out to Turner up top. They get it over to Toppin. Toppin fires a 3 over Josh Hart. Comes up short. Fight for the rebound. And a loose ball foul. And Deuce McBride trying to keep Miles Turner off the glass. Come on, Deucey. Come on, Deuce. You gotta come into the game, make an impact. Can't come into the game and foul. It's another foul picked up on the Knicks. You're gonna put him in the bonus early. So Nembhard up top, leans in against Robinson. Little pull-up mid-range jumper, comes up short. Fight for the rebound again, and another foul on the Knicks against Turner. Y'all don't know how to box out. Miles Turner now giving you issues on the glass. Come on, man. Come on. Deuce, stop grabbing this man and get in front of him. Let him push you. Nembhard has it in the left corner, driving it down, kicks it out. Turner rewarded for all of his efforts, and he knocks down the 3 because, of course, he does. Terrible possession from the Knicks there defensively. Horrible. Excellent effort from Miles Turner. Out-hustling and out-beating the Knicks in that situation. Josh Hart throws it over the top to Robinson, catches, goes up, can't get the finish. A lot of contact with Miles Turner as he hit the floor. No foul call. Here comes Halliburton pushing, kicks it out, easy pass. Ben Shepherd wide open right corner three, and he splashes it. That's 2 in a row for the Pacers as they take the lead 16-15 and a timeout from the Knicks. Getting absolutely dominated on the glass by Miles Turner. Terrible, terrible start for Deuce McBride coming into the game. And I know he should not be switched on Miles Turner in that situation. But come on, man. Mark said, get Deuce off the floor. All right, let's not get crazy, Mark. You call the timeout, you talk to him, and you talk to everybody. Like, Deuce McBride should not be the only guy attempting to box out Miles Turner. Right? Where is Robinson? Where is Josh Hart in those situations to crash the glass and not allow him to pick up 3 straight fouls because we have a guard switched onto a big? As Tigre said, alley-oop to Mitch was a bad move, I think. Not the worst decision in the world. Not the best. I think in that situation, if you're Robinson, just go up and catch it and come down with it. Don't look to try and finish it on the alley-oop pass there. Because I don't even know if it was an alley-oop pass. I think they were trying to lob it into him for you to catch it, set your feet, go up and try to finish strong. And if they foul you, they foul you. So I don't think the pass was the best move. I also don't think the Robinson's decision to try and finish that with an alley-oop layup was the smartest move. But that's not what's killing you. What's killing you is the fact that you're getting beat up on the boards right now. Omar Murray, what's up, Omar? David said, I'd play the lawn or sham it. I'd play the lawn right over both of those guys. I'd play the lawn right. The rebounding game, the Knicks have 10, the Pacers have 9, so it's about even. It's too early to really call it one way or the other, but the Knicks picking up dumb, silly team fouls. Overall, they have 4, and the Pacers only have 2, and so the Knicks will be in the bonus, or the Pacers will be in the bonus when they get fouled next. 4 minutes to go here in the first, and you're already putting them in the bonus. Slim Slam said, not sure about that early sub. It's fine. It's fine. Sure, it didn't necessarily work out the way you wanted it to work out, but it's fine. You guys can't just turn around and be like, I don't know about that one, just because the minutes didn't go exactly perfectly. Gotta let it play out a little bit, right? Deuce McBride, he's been fantastic in the series so far. Heard if I said bring in Tucker or Huck for some grit? Nah, brother, you don't want 38-year-old PJ Tucker in the game right now, dog. That guy's not helping you do anything. You don't want Hug Porty in the game. He is a rookie who is coming off a meniscus injury. He is not ready to go. David said, DeLon's got more height, good experience, and good defense and experience. I mean, he has the same experience as Campaign. They came into the league at the same time in the 2015 draft. They're 10-year veterans each. But DeLon Wright is the better defender, by far the better defender. And, you know, he's not the chucker that Campaign is. Can take care of the ball a little bit better. He's just going to be smarter out there on the court. DJ Punchy, what's up, DJ? Tigre said 2 minutes for Huck to rest the bigs. We're not worried about rest, dog. Season is on the line. We're not worried about rest. If you're not ready to go here in Game 3 to play 40-plus minutes, then get off the team. This is NBA basketball. This is high-level basketball. And Ben Shepherd fouls Brunson off ball. And I think the refs are going to start blowing the whistle a little bit. They let him play to start the game. I think they're going to start blowing the whistle a little bit. Tony Bradley is in the game instead of Thomas Bryant. He's in there to guard Robinson. Bridges has it up top. Over the top pass to Brunson. Brunson has it against, who's that? Ben Shepherd. Brunson, left wing, jab step, puts up the 3, splashes it. There you go, JB. There you go. Get at least one of those 3 points back. JA3, what's up, Jay? McConnell in the right corner, crossing over to his left, driving it down. He slips and falls, and another foul, McBride. That's 3 fouls on Deuce McBride. Come on, Deuce. Come on, Deuce. I don't know if that one was a foul, but come on, Deuce. Can't put yourself in that situation. You can't. You can't. Jay said, is this the good luck outfit? We've had some good luck in this outfit, so I'm hoping so. McConnell knocks down the first free throw because, like I said, any foul at this point is going to put Indiana at the line, and here they are at the line. Jay said 3 fouls on Deuce. 3 fouls on Deuce. You're normally not concerned about fouls on bench players. But DeLon Wright is in the game, y'all. DeLon Wright is in the game. No campaign. Thank the Lord. It took for the season to be on the line, for the rent to be due for Tom Thibodeau, and he's making the adjustments we've been asking him to make all season long. Crazy. Bridges driving it down. Gets blocked by Tony Bradley. Come on, Mikhail. You got to slow it down at the end there. Can't get rushed up. Halliburton bringing it down. DeLon Wright steps up to guard him. Swings it out to McConnell. McConnell has it up top. Coming to his left. Dance with it against Brunson. Hands it off to Toppin. Toppin coming to his left. Brunson switches onto him. Toppin's going to look to drive it, and a foul on Brunson. And a lot of pushing and shoving, a lot of ball handling fouls. They better start calling this for Brunson then. Slim Slammer said, was not expecting that. Me either. Me either. Red Vice said, Mr. White, here we go. Yeah, reward the fans who've been asking for DeLon Wright for the longest. Obi Toppin at the foul line. He knocks down the first one. Raul, what's up, Raul? Tibbs have been watching your streams. I have not been the only person asking for that. There's been so many people in the Knicks fan base who've been asking for that. But maybe he has been watching. Maybe. Toppin goes to the foul line and knocks down both of them. Buzzer beater, what's up, Buzzer beater? Glad DeLon is getting his minutes. Me too. Brunson up top, being guarded by Tony Bradley on a switch. Quick crossover to his left, gets into the lane, draws the foul. Can't get the layup to go, but he's going to go back to the foul line for 2 more free throws. 2:55 to go here. So Brunson back to the foul line. Knicks get into the foul line more, but they have less fouls, so they're not in the bonus yet. Alyssa Lester, what's up, Alyssa? Brunson knocks down the first free throw. Thank you, JB. You got one more going. Season on the line, y'all. Season on the line. And so far, both of these teams going back and forth. No team has found their groove yet. Or if I said playing the foul game in quarter 1. Towns still on the bench. And so he should be fresh to start the second quarter. Halliburton bringing it down. No look pass, cross-court pass to a wide-open McConnell in the left corner. And he can't get the 3 to go. Good box out and rebound from Big Mitch. And quick outlet to Josh Hart. Josh Hart's going to bring it down, turning on the Jets. Hands it off the Bridges, coming to his right. Bradley switches onto him. Picks up his dribble. Up top to Josh. Down low to Robinson, who's sealed under the basket. And he throws it down. Way to be a big man, Big Mitch. Good seal. Good delivery from Josh Hart. And Mitchell Robinson throws down a big 2-handed hammer. And here comes McConnell driving it down. Tries to kick it out. DeLon Wright with the steal. DeLon Wright, way to make an impact, big dog. Bridges has it up top. Robinson trotting down. They get it over to Brunson on the left wing. Brunson, jab step. Coming to his right off the Robinson screen. Driving it. Oh, steps back for a straightaway 3 over Halliburton. Can't get that one to go. McConnell with the rebound. McConnell's going to bring it down. DeLon Wright's going to pick him up here. No, Robinson's now going to switch on to him. They try to dumb it down low to Tony Bradley. They do. He flips it up with the right hand. He gets it to go. A terrible, terrible defensive possession there from the Knicks. Bridges has it on the right wing. Coming to his left off the Robinson screen. They get it over to Josh Hart. Josh Hart out to DeLon Wright. Coming to his right. Has it up top. Being guarded by Halliburton. DeLon Wright dancing with it. Has it up top. Gets it out to Josh Hart. Josh Hart coming to his right. A pull-up 3 off the dribble for Josh. Bricks it off the side of the rim. Can't get it to go. Here comes Halliburton pushing the other way. Hit ahead to McConnell. McConnell on the left wing. Driving to his right. Middle of the lane. Fall away jumper over Bridges. Well short. He gets his own offensive rebound and he lays it up and in. As everybody else was looking to box out, McConnell sneaks in there for his own offensive rebound. Josh Hart has it on the right wing, being guarded by Toppin. Inside pass to Brunson. Brunson scoop lay with the right hand. Can't get it to go, but he gets fouled by Halliburton. That's 2 fouls on Halliburton. Ed Tigres said getting out hustled. I mean, the Knicks are hustling, just not playing smart enough. Right? And a little serendipity. for McConnell where he hit it just perfectly off the front of the rim that it literally bounced right back to him. All he had to do was stay on balance as Mikal Bridges was catching up to do a flyby contest out of the mid-range. So Bridges is now out of the play. Robinson's blocking out Tony Bradley. If that hits any other part of the rim, it bounces to a different side. McConnell doesn't get that ball, right? Sometimes offensive rebounds like that are a little serendipity. Brunson knocks down the first free throw. He's got another one coming. David Osh Jr. said OG needs to be in the game. I think this lineup is perfectly fine. This lineup is perfectly fine. He's going to get his 35 to 40 minutes. Don't worry about that. We got a long game. Brunson goes 6 for 6 from the foul line so far here to start the game. And just as you call it, Anunoby gets up and goes to the scores table to kick it out to Turner. Turner catches, pump fake, sidestep, pump fakes again. They get it out to Toppin. Toppin's going to look to drive it. Hands it off to Nembhard. Nembhard being chased by Brunson. He's going to dance with it. Out to Turner. Back to Nembhard. Coming to his right at the screen. Steps back. Mid-range pull-up jumper for Nembhard. And he rattles it in. Excellent offense from the Pacers. Josh Hart's going to drive it down against Toppin. Draws the foul. He's going to the foul line for 2 free throws. And Josh Hart holding his left wrist, and he's hurting a little bit. Got a little limp to him. Towns is back in. Anunoby's going to sub back in. B. Will said Big Mitch tired. Yeah. I thought he started to slow down a little bit. So Josh Hart's at the foul line with a little wrist thing he's holding on to. But he knocks down the first one. Bridges subs out. Anunoby subs back in. Drolano, what's up, Drolano? Stove Genetics, what's up, Stove? Sire Love said layups over mid-range. Depends if you can get the layup, Sire. Depends if you can get the layup. This is NBA basketball. You may not always be able to get to the basket. That's why the mid-range jumper is the most important shot in basketball. Because you could subsidize your lack of ability to get to the rim and punish a defense that runs you off the three-point line. You can punish them from the mid-range. McConnell has it up top. That's why every superstar has a mid-range game. McConnell dancing with it in the paint. High arcing shot over the DeLon Wright. Excellent defense from DeLon Wright. It did not matter. McConnell got the little fall-away mid-range shot to go down because that's what he does. That's what he does. Brunson bringing it down 28 to 26. Indiana with a 2-point lead. Brunson dancing with it, trying to wind down some clock. Spins to his right. They show 2. Brunson keeps it. Driving it down against Nembhard. Pump fake. Leans in. Knocked out of his hands. It's going to remain with the Knicks with 9 seconds to go. Gigi said, getting out rebounded, out hustled, doesn't see the killer instinct. It is what it is. 11 rebounds for the Knicks. 14 rebounds for the Pacers. It's only 3. Josh Hart, right corner 3, can't get it to go. Fight for the rebound. Nembhard ends up with it. He's driving it down. They get chased. He gets chased down, and a foul on DeLon Wright. And the foul's on Towns. Where was the foul? Oh, Towns was standing in front of Nembhard. I don't see a foul there at all. Just 2 guys running down the court. Towns is literally running with his hands up like this. Nembhard's leaning into his body. Like, if they're giving Nembhard that call, Brunson should shoot 20 free throws tonight because they ride Brunson all the whole way down the court. What if I said, where's Neesmith? On the bench, brother, on the bench. In basketball, there are these substitution situations where players comes out and then players come back in. Nembhard knocks down both free throws. Mike said that was not a foul. It wasn't. It wasn't a foul. Josh Hart's got to inbound it. He's got to throw a full baseball pass to get it into Anunoby. Anunoby just throws it up at the basket. A terrible shot from OG that had no chance of going in. Like, you got to maximize all your chances here, guys. You got to maximize all your chances here. Unlikely you make that half-court heave anyway, but to not be ready for a half-court heave, that's middle school stuff, man. Come on. Come on. You got to maximize every single opportunity you have here. Lock in, Knicks. Lock in. Here we go. We got 3 more quarters to go. Mark said, I don't like this at all. I don't really have an opinion on it right now. I really don't. First quarter was a feel-out quarter. It's a 4-point game, 30-26. There was some good stuff. There was some bad stuff, as usual. So we're going to have to wait to see how the game plays out. Obviously, we would have liked the Knicks to come out and kind of have a Minnesota situation. But the Knicks are not home. Minnesota was home for that. And you knew that this was going to come down to this situation. Right. When you go to the starting lineup, the way they started out the game, defense looked good. With Robinson in there, with the Twin Towers in there to start the game. Offense was figuring it out. It was a lot of JB early. Bridges missed open ones. But the offense found openings in the Pacers' defense. But it's not about the first quarter. It's not even about the second quarter. Hell, it may not even be about the third. It's going to come down to the end. Because this is going to be a close game. I don't think either one of these teams are going to blow each other out. I really don't. With both of them healthy the way that they are, I don't think any of these possible 7 games are going to be a blowout. AP said Minnesota's winning the trade. Yeah, as of right now, Minnesota's up. If you guys didn't know, AP and I were in the chat the other night. We were joking about how, hey, man, it was kind of chalk going into, hey, who won the trade, Minnesota or the Knicks? Because they both made it to the same point in the season. They were both in the conference finals, and then they were both down 0-2 in the first 2 games of the conference finals. And so it was hey, man, the trade might have been a tie, might have been a win-win. But with Minnesota winning last night, in order to get back up on the board, the Knicks got to win the game tonight. Or else Minnesota will be seen as the winners of the trade after 1 year, of course. We got to wait to see how these things play out. Right? Julius Randle may not stay in Minnesota. They may look to trade DiVincenzo. Who knows? But here we go. Gigi said, did we underestimate Indiana? I don't know about you, Chichi, but I was literally telling everybody, Indiana is not to be played with. Indiana was likely to be Cleveland. You can go back. You can go back and listen to what I had to say before the playoffs started. Right? If you were watching NBA basketball, you knew, this Indiana team found it after the All-Star break. They were one of the 5 best teams after the All-Star break. So, no, I didn't underestimate Indiana, and I told you guys not to underestimate them. So, if you did, Chi-Chi, that's on you, big dog. I try to tell you all the time, you got to watch more basketball. Isaiah Garner said the offense looks so tight. You're on the road, man. You're on the road. And this is a tight offense, right? This is a tight offense. You don't have a ton of ball handlers or a ton of attackers. You really have Jalen Brunson and Josh Hart as the only 2 guys who can put the ball on the floor and go towards the rim. Bridges is going to fall away. Anunoby's going to struggle with his handling. Here we go. Start of the second quarter. McConnell has it up top, being guarded by Landry Shamet is in the game, y'all. Tom Thibodeau is throwing the kitchen sink out there. McConnell driving it down, kicks it out to Turner. Turner on the right wing, being guarded by Towns, dancing with it, driving it down, in the lane, gets fouled by OG Anunoby. Another terrible reach by OG. What is Miles Turner going to do out of that situation? Shoot a one-legged fall-away jumper over Towns, OG? Come on, man. Some not smart defensive plays from what should be our smartest defensive players. So now Turner's at the foul line for 2 free throws. Mark said, Indy is my most hated team. So much more than silly Boston. Yeah, I can see why you hate Indy. I also hate Indy. You should hate Indy. Anybody outside of Indiana should hate Indy. Michael Rogers said JB's forcing it. Brother, you got to watch more basketball, guys. The best players are going to force it. As Turner misses 2 free throws, Towns with the rebound, and he gets ran into, and they call a foul on Turner. I was about to say, and there's no foul on that? Turner ends up fouling Towns. There you go. Ball's going to go back the other way. Towns did snatch the rebound anyway, but Michael Rogers said Brunson needs to pass the ball. So who to do what with it, Michael? You want the ball in Josh Hart's hands as he brings it down? Watch how clunky the offense looks for a bit. What are y'all talking about? Anunoby has it up top to get it over to Shaman. Shaman on the left wing, being guarded by Mathurin. Throws a bullet pass to Josh Hart, almost turns it over, but DeLon Wright able to save it inside the Towns, and he blows a layup. Fight for the rebound. Towns had it, lost it, still loose ball. Out of bounds off of McConnell. It's going to stay with the Knicks. Whew. All right. DeLon Wright gets it into Anunoby in the right corner. Up top to Towns on the right wing, being guarded by Turner. Jab step, coming to his left, down the lane, leans in, gets the layup to go. Good drive from Towns. Towns' first basket tonight, his first points in the second quarter here. They're going to need a lot from Towns. They get it into Siakam in the post, being guarded by Wright. Inside the Mathurin, goes up, well contested from Josh Hart. Can't get it to go. Excellent defense from Josh Hart. Quick head to DeLon Wright. I love DeLon Wright in the game. I love it. I love it. Finally, they get it over to Towns for a logo three, a terrible shot. Can't get it to go. Fight for the rebound. Siakam able to grab it over Josh Hart. And he gets it out to McConnell. McConnell's going to drive it down against Towns. Stops at the foul line, a pull-up jumper, and he gets it to go. Terrible, terrible defense. Just get back on defense, y'all. Nobody matching up with McConnell, forcing Towns to have to lock up. Up top to Towns. Towns dancing with it. Being guarded by Turner. Driving to his left, putting his head down, attacking to the basket. Off glass. Gets that one to go, too. Oof. Oof. And McConnell will bring it down. Josh Hart will pick him up. McConnell coming to his right off a screen. Gets it out to Turner. Turner going in against Josh Hart. Stop, turn, follow-away jumper from Turner, and he gets it to go. A lot of little pull-up mid-range shots in the paint right now from the Pacers, and they're knocking them down. You're not always going to be able to get to the basket, so that little mid-range shot, that little fall-away mid-range shot, most important play you can make in the NBA, in this situation, in the playoffs. And a moving screen on Cat. 2 fouls on Towns. Ay, ay, ay. Chris Rowe, what's up, Chris? Mark said, Cat, we don't need logo threes. We do not. We do not. Mark said, Cat is being traded this offseason. I'm calling it. Highly doubt it. Highly doubt it. Unless it's for Giannis, you're not trading Karl Anthony Towns. McConnell up top, dancing with it, driving down to his left, in the lane, tries to get it over to Siakam. DeLon Wright. DeLon Wright knocked it out of bounds. Good defense from DeLon Wright. And he's saying Pascal Siakam pulled him down so he couldn't get to the ball. But no foul call, just out of bounds. It's going to stay with the Pacers. 34-30. McConnell gets it into Turner. Turner hands it off to McConnell, coming to his left. He's going to drive it down. Another foul line, pull-up jumper over Towns. Another basket. Another basket from McConnell. That man is just a Knick killer, man. He always lights us up. There's nothing we could do. We've had so many awesome defenders try to guard him, and he just continues to light us up time and time again. Towns with the jab step three. Can't get it to go off the back rim. Mathurin with the rebound. Home run pass to Siakam. Siakam, Euro steps down the lane. Righty layup gets it to go. You got to get back on defense, Towns. You can't look to now go in and try and steal the ball. You have 2 fouls. Timeout from Tom Thibodeau and the Knicks. You got to get Mitchell Robinson back in. You have to. You have to. I think I said McConnell ain't missing. No, he is not. No, he is not. He's getting to his spots and he's knocking it down. D. Grant said, what is Towns doing taking deep shots? He's trying not to pick up any offensive fouls by driving it into the defender. He's a knockdown three-point shooter. So he's shooting three-point shots, man. Mark said this is slipping. It's the second quarter. But yeah, it's an 8-point game. They got to get back on track. The defense has to lock in. The defense is not connected right now. And you know why the defense isn't connected? The defense isn't connected because right now we have DeLon Wright out there along with Landry Shamet, along with Karl Anthony Towns, OG Anunoby, and Josh Hart. Has there ever been a time this season where all 5 of those guys were on the court at the same time? Probably not. Because Tom Thibodeau spent all year prioritizing playing a 5-man unit, the starting 5, that were not effective and did not figure it out to the point where in Game 3 of the Eastern Conference Finals, down 0-2 on the road, that he was like, I got to switch it up. It's do or die time. And then in a last-second situation, like, I got to throw Landry Shamet out there, even though I haven't played him since the first round. I have to throw DeLon Wright out there because Cam Payne has given us nothing since the fourth quarter of Game 1 against Detroit. And all of a sudden, you have these guys out there with, like, no communication. There's no communication out there defensively, not because the players aren't communicating, but because they have no defensive chemistry whatsoever because we spent all year never playing these guys consistently. And so now here we are. In a situation where we're looking around and we're going, are you supposed to guard him? Are you this? What are you doing? Are you switching or are you hedging? Right? Are you in drop? Are we switching? What's going on? Shaman, do I hand him off to you and do I switch on to your man and then maybe we try to peel switch it back if he gives the ball? Like, what are we doing? There's no communication because there's no chemistry between these guys. Because Tom Thibodeau spent 82 games in the regular season not prioritizing playing these lineups, these different lineups, knowing that in a situation like this, where Deuce McBride picks up 3 fouls in the first quarter, you're going to have to throw a guy like DeLon Wright out there. Maybe you throw Shaman back out there, okay. But those guys didn't get consistent minutes throughout the regular season. They spent the season in and out of a lineup depending on injury situation or foul situation. And it's like, all right, now all of a sudden in the biggest game of your season, you're relying on these guys who you clearly told, and not even told, but showed them, I don't trust you. I don't trust you. And now in a situation where you need more people to trust, they're looking at you like, oh, me? You want me in the biggest game of the season to go win all of a sudden, Tibbs? Like, come on, man. Like the players need to play better. Don't get me wrong. But this is what Tom Thibodeau reaped. This is a situation that Tom Thibodeau created. Mike said Tibbs should retire. Maybe he should retire, but he's still a damn good coach. And by winning that Boston series, he showed this front office that, hey, man, I'm going to come back and I'm going to be good. Good enough to not get fired. And so we will be in this cycle again next season. And we'll probably be in the cycle again after that season. So here we are. McConnell has 10 points in the game, by the way. He's the second leading scorer overall. Brunson, the leading scorer, with 11. Slim said DeLon's scared to shoot. He's not scared to shoot, Slim. He's not out there to shoot. He's out there to defend. And if somebody creates an open shot for him, he'll shoot it. DeLon Wright bringing it down. Let's see how we respond after this timeout, y'all. They get it over to Shaman on the left wing. Shaman being guarded by Mathurin. You get it over to Anunoby, curling off a town screen in the paint, and he throws it down with two hands. Good play, good action, good pass from Shaman into Anunoby, and good attack from OG. McConnell has it up top, being guarded by DeLon Wright. McConnell dancing with it. Shaman switches onto him. They get it over to Turner. Turner back to McConnell. McConnell driving to his right against Shaman, driving it down to the paint. Stops, pump fakes, kicks it out to Turner. Turner's going to drive it down, puts up a little mid-range shot off glass, and he banks it in. That's a good defense. That's just a tough shot from Miles Turner, and he banks it in. It's just a tough shot, and he made it. All you have to do is force him to take tough shots. Don't give him anything easy. You get it over to Shaman. Shaman has it up top, being guarded by McConnell. You get it over to Anunoby, back to McConnell. Back to Shaman. Shaman, a right wing three. He gets open, and he can't get it to go. Can't expect him to be in a rhythm. Like, yeah, he's got to knock that shot down. You're a shooter. But how can I expect him to be in a rhythm? Siakam up top, hands it off to Mathurin. Coming to his left. Pass fake. Swings it over to Nembhard. Nembhard. Back to Mathurin. Mathurin coming to his right against Josh Hart. Driving it down. Stops. Turns. Spins. Draws the foul. And Josh Hart is going to the foul line for 2 free throws. And the Knicks, defensively, time and again, getting caught with their hands stuck in the cookie jar. Get your hand out of there. Get your hand out of there, Josh Hart. You have to slide your feet, and you can't play defense with your hands. This is Game 3 of the conference finals. You're not going to be able to do this. As Digger said, he ain't played all year. Shaking my damn head. He ain't played consistently all year. There's been times where he's been in and out of the lineup to end the regular season. He was in fuego. Felt like he was really starting to find his rhythm. He had some bad games against Detroit. And look, I didn't blame Tibbs for pulling the plug on it in the playoffs because it's go time in the playoffs. If you're not giving me anything, sure, pull the plug on him. But maybe try him again to start the Boston series. No, maybe try him again to start this Indiana series. No, you got to give him an opportunity. Mathurin knocks down both free throws. You got to get McBride back into the game at some point for either Shaman or DeLon Wright. Probably Shaman. DeLon Wright has it on the left wing, coming to his right. Swings it over to Josh Hart. Josh Hart has it on the right wing. They get it over to Anunoby in the post, being guarded by Mathurin. Backing him down. Takes it out to DeLon Wright. Extra pass to Shaman. Shaman's going to fire left corner three. Landry Shaman with the three-point shot. There you go, Landry. Way to contribute, brother. Nemhard coming to his right off a screen. Anunoby switches onto him. They get it over to Siakam being guarded by Shamet. Driving to his left, driving it down. DeLon Wright digging down. It's a loose ball. Mathurin able to save it. No, he can't. And Mathurin's going to let it go out of bounds. It's a shot clock violation. David Hodge Jr. said, non-Mitch minutes were getting killed. Yeah, the defense has slipped a bit without Mitchell Robinson in the game. And no Deuce McBride either. Deuce McBride's also a big part of the defense. And a foul on Miles Turner, getting too physical with Towns. Seven minutes exactly to go. 35-42. 7-point game. Victor Marquez, what's up, Victor? Tibbs should not get fired. He just needs to improve the bench with better players. I personally don't like this argument, Victor, because they're good players. They're not great players. They're good players. And you have to be able to make it happen. You have to. You have to be able to figure it out. You know, is there a world, a scenario where Tom Thibodeau consistently gives Pacom Dadier minutes and Pacom Dadier proves to be like a 10-minute-a-game guy and he can come in and give you something, contribute a bit? Sure, you could say there's a world in there. But he's a rookie. He's a foreign-born guy, late first-round pick. Okay. Maybe that's closer to being a fantasy world. But Landry Shamet, throughout his career, has showed, hey, man, he's a rotation guy. Campaign as well. You'd made a trade for DeLon Wright. He's shown that as well. Huck Porty, all season long, every time he's given an opportunity, he makes good things happen. Is he perfect? No, he's a rookie. No player is perfect. They're going to make mistakes. But you had options on the bench all year long, and he chose not to explore any of those options. Not only not explore the players that he had on the bench, explore them as options, but also never explore different lineup combinations. For a head coach to get in front of the media during press conferences and wax poetic about how much data he studies and how much film he watches, this is a guy who did a horrible job of collecting data this year. We have no idea what these lineups look like because all year the only lineup he ever prioritized playing a significant amount of minutes was the starting five, which Game 3 of the biggest game of your season, Game 3 of the Eastern Conference Finals, down 0-2 on the road, you were like, I have to bail on the starting lineup because it's not working. I could have told you that 25 games into the season, guys. We all could have done that. We all have access to the same data that Tom Thibodeau has. And maybe they got data that, you know, they use that they don't tell us about or whatever, that they collect themselves. But we all have access to data that says this starting five does not work. And when Mitchell Robinson came back, we said, hey, man, time to switch it up. And even before Mitchell Robinson, it was like, hey, man, put Deuce McBride in for Josh Hart. You can still play Josh Hart 30-plus minutes a night. But the starting lineup doesn't work. You have to make a change. And now Josh Hart's put in a role coming off the bench that he's not familiar with this season with a group of guys that he has no chemistry with. You think Josh Hart has chemistry with DeLon Wright? I think he has chemistry with Landry Shamet. He barely played with Landry Shamet this year because Josh Hart was a starter and Landry Shamet was a bench player, and Tom Thibodeau didn't like mixing bench players and starters this year. So now we're in a situation now, biggest game of the season. We're throwing out different lineup combinations that we didn't try all year long. And so, yes, I can look at these players and say, Shamet has to play better. DeLon Wright has to be better. McBride can't pick up 3 first-quarter fouls. I could sit here and tell you I could sit here and tell you guys all of that, and it's all true. But how can I have high expectations for these guys when they have no chemistry of playing together? And we had an 82 regular game season where they were available for most of those. This is a situation that the head coach put us in. And now, facing a situation where your season is on the line, he's now looking around like, I don't know what I have in these guys because he didn't use them at all. And so now he's just throwing things against the wall. When was the last time we saw Landry Shamet and DeLon Wright in the game at the same time with Towns and Hart? When was the last time we saw that, guys? Do we even remember? because it's difficult. When Brunson was out with an ankle injury, I guess. Nembhard hits the floor. Brunson can't knock down the little mid-range shot. Here we go. 42-35. Knicks got to figure it out. Bridges back in, Brunson back in, Anunoby in. The former starting five is out there. And Brunson fouls Nembhard as he pump fakes from the left corner. It's 2 fouls on Brunson. Foul starting to mount up. Sean Collins, what's up, Sean? Can't believe what we are watching after the way the first 2 series went for this team. Mentally tough in Detroit and Boston and folded. I don't think they folded. I mean, game 1, you could say they folded, sure. But that's, it's funny because the Knicks' best trait is their resiliency. And they may be running into a team that's more resilient than them. Haliburton steps back for a straightaway 3. He can't get it to go off the back rim. A long rebound. Josh Hart able to chase it down. Now he's going to bring it down, and he almost turns it over, but Cat saves him. Here comes Josh Hart. Hit ahead over to Bridges in the corner. Bridges driving it down to his left against Bradley. Pulling it back out. Tell Karl-Anthony Towns to go get into the post. Instead, they give him out to the three-point line. Now he's going to have to get into the post by himself against Haliburton. And now they counted the Cat dunk. They called the foul on they called the foul on Haliburton. And that's a foul on Karl-Anthony Towns. He does that thing where he has done his entire career where he grabs the defensive player's arm. They give him the and one. And he's at the foul, and it doesn't look like the Pacers are going to challenge. And the Pacers are going to use their challenge. And that's going to be a foul on Karl-Anthony Towns. This dude, Karl-Anthony Towns, I just don't understand. He does it every single time, guys. Every single time. We've talked about it since literally preseason game 1. He does it every single time. Every single time he does it. Right? Every single time. It's never worked in his favor where he's drawn a foul, where he's done the thing, where he comes up, grabs the defender's arm. You're 7 feet tall driving against the point guard, Towns. What the hell do you need to reach up and grab his arm for? He can't do anything against you. Why do that? That's just dumb. That's just dumb. AP said trade him. Mark said trade him now. That's just low IQ basketball. That's just, I'm not a smart basketball player. That's all that is. I don't know how many times he has to pick up that offensive foul for him to be like, yeah, I'm going to stop doing that. Maybe I'm just going to go to the basket, elbows high like this, protecting the ball, being a 7-footer against the point guard. Why reach up and grab him? Why do that? Mark said, bad habit can't break it. You're a professional athlete. You're literally paid $60 million a year to break your bad habits. Right? You have the best athletic trainers in the world. You have access to the best professional sports trainers in the world. Tell them, like, look, guys, I have this bad habit of fouling defensive players, committing offensive fouls. I have a bad habit of doing that. David Osh Jr. said, Giannis for Towns looks great. Does Milwaukee want that? Does Milwaukee want that? Those are off-season questions. Zero Thomas Billing, Kenna, what's up, Zero? Haliburton initiated the contact. Let's keep our fingers crossed. I'm hoping, man. I'm hoping they call the foul before Karl-Anthony Towns grabs them, but offensive foul on Towns. All is overturned. We knew this. We knew this. Oops. Bring up the box score again. How many fouls is that on Towns? 3, 4? Karl-Anthony Towns' 3rd foul. Robinson's coming in for Towns now with the 3 fouls. 6 minutes to go, guys. Ricardo said playing like dummies. And it's across the board, Ricardo. Across the board, it's all of them, like you said. Playing like dummies. Multiple people playing like dummies. Towns with 3, McBride with 3, Anunoby and Brunson with 2. Foul trouble for the Knicks. Most important game of the season. You guys are putting yourselves in foul trouble. Putting themselves in foul trouble. It's not the refs. It's not the refs. The refs are just calling it. They're just calling it as they see it. And the Knicks are pushing and grabbing and holding and shoving, getting their hand stuck in the cookie jar multiple times. Halliburton has it up top, being guarded by Bridges on a switch. Dancing with it. We're past the halfway point here in the second quarter. They get it out to Nesmith, catches, pump fake, drive it into his left, stop, pump fake, leans in, throws it up at the basket with a floater, gets it to go. Bridges bringing it down. Bridges has it up top, hands it off to Brunson. Brunson coming to his left off a Robinson screen. Brunson has it up top. Quick crossover as Halliburton switched onto him. Brunson kicks it out to Bridges. Left corner 3. He's got some space. Comes up short on it. You need somebody to step up here. And it's really been Brunson has anything. He's been the only guy who has anything going offensively. Halliburton against Brunson as Brunson flops trying to draw a charge. He doesn't get the call. And Obi Toppin ends up with a wide open layup. And now an 11-point lead for the Pacers. They're 7 for 9 from the field here in the second quarter. And we're in it 7 minutes now. Swing it over to Bridges. Another wide open left corner 3. Continues to not be able to get it going. Robinson an offensive rebound. They kick it out to Anunoby. He's going to fire a 3. He can't get it to go. Shepard with the rebound. Here comes Halliburton. Halliburton bringing it down. Coming to his left off a couple of screens. They swing it out to Nesmith. Nesmith catches. Pump fake. Driving to his left. Goes into Brunson. And they call a foul on Brunson. 3 fouls on Brunson. Three fouls on Brunson, 3 fouls on Towns, 3 fouls on McBride. Victor Marquez said it's still early. We have plenty of time to come back. They do. They do. They got a whole second half. They got 4.5 minutes here in the second quarter. But you're down 11. You're on the road. Nobody has anything going with. Brunson had it going early. But no one else has stepped up so far. Towns with 3 fouls, Brunson with 3 fouls, McBride with 3 fouls. What you got, man? What you got? Putting yourself behind the 8 ball. Justice Debt said Knicks are a second half team. You got to hope they're going to step up in the second half. And so far, you got to finish this half strong. And then you got to step up in the second half. Nesmith knocks down knocked down both free throws. Knocked down the second one there. It wasn't an and one. LPB, what's up, LPB? Mark said, nah, this game's over. No, you got to keep the faith, brother. You got to keep the faith. Hart has it up top. Picks his dribble up. Gets it out to Robinson. Robinson used his dribble. He's got nobody to get it to. They get it over to Bridges. A lot of standing around from our Knicks. Bridges coming to his left. Attacking. Shot clock winding down. Coming to his right. Fall away jumper in the paint. Comes up short. Nesmith with the rebound. Excellent defense from the Pacers. Terrible offensive process from our Knicks. Halliburton on the right wing. Crossing over with it to his left. Steps back in the corner. Draws the foul on Bridges. Throws it up at the basket. He's going to go to the foul line for, I believe, 3 free throws. And the Knicks continue to hack and whack away. AP said, my question in the room is if the Knicks get swept in the Eastern Conference Finals, is it a failing season? As the Knicks turn it over, Halliburton's going to keep it, throws a lob to Toppin, and Toppin's going to throw it down, and the Pacers are running it up. 15-point lead for Indiana, 50-35. Josh Hart has it up top, hands it off to Bridges. And a timeout. No, they call a foul on Halliburton. Thought they were going to call a timeout. Lana Mona said, hard to recover after losing game 1. Maybe. Brunson on his right, a pull-up 3 from him. Too long, can't get it to go off the back rim. Here comes Halliburton pushing it the other way. Halliburton stops and pops. Nobody picks him up, and he splashes it. 18-point lead, 11-0 run for the Pacers. Josh Hart coming to his right, tries to get it over to Bridges. Halliburton jumps the passing lane. He's going to get a wide-open dunk for a 20-point lead. And Indiana Farmhouse is shaking right now. They are popping off in Indiana, and the Knicks look like they don't know. They don't even want to be on the court right now. That's what the Knicks look like. Mark said no heart. Let's see how they respond after this timeout. Man. Knicks fan said, is that 4 on Halliburton? No, I don't think so. I think that's only maybe 2. I think there's only 2 on Halliburton. 2 on Turner, 2 on Halliburton, 1 on Nesmith, 1 on McConnell. Overall, they have committed 9 team fouls. The Knicks have committed 13. 3 on McBride, 3 on Brunson, 3 on Towns, 2 on Anunoby, 1 on Bridges, 1 on Josh Hart. Josh Hart is a minus 23. I mean, everybody's deep in the negative here today because they're now down by 20. But this team has been down 20 before in the playoffs. They have been. But this Pacers team has a killer instinct that Boston team did not have. So, again, you're down 20. You have a lot of time left in this game. How do you respond, Knicks? How do you respond? JP said next year we got to play the rookies and start a rebuild. Brother, what are you talking? Rebuild? You're in the conference finals. What are you talking about? Rebuild? Brunson bringing it down. How do you respond, Knicks? How do you respond? You get it over to Robinson. Hands it off to Anunoby. Anunoby driving it down. Swing through to his left. Gets a lefty layup to go over Tony Bradley, who's now in the game. Gave 2 points to the wrong side. 37-55. Halliburton up top, coming to his left off a Nesmith screen. Get it out to Nesmith. Catches. Pump fakes. Driving to his left. He's in the lane. Goes up. Gets blocked by Anunoby, but he gets fouled by Robinson. He's going to go to the foul line for 2 free throws. And the Knicks continue to hack and whack away. Just as his dad said, the season was a success. For the most part. B. Will said, at this point, bring out jail ball. B. Will, everybody's in foul trouble, B. Will. They'll have no players left. Just as his dad said, got beat by a juggernaut. I don't think they're a juggernaut, as Nesmith misses a free throw. I don't think they're a juggernaut at all. I think they're a really good team. Nesmith does knock down the second one. Under 3 to go. Bridges bringing it down. Down 19. Bridges hands it off to Brunson. Brunson comes to his left off a Robinson screen, and they call a moving screen on Robinson. And the Pacers are doing an excellent job of fighting through these Knicks screens, and they're not setting good screens at all. At all. Between Robinson and Towns. Towns and now Robinson. Halliburton bringing it down. Coming to is right off the screen. Dancing with it. Down the lane. Hands it off to Bradley. Bradley. Hands it off to Halliburton. Halliburton swings it over to Siakam in the left wing. Up top. Over to Nesmith. Driving to his left. Against Josh Hart. Trying to bully ball. Kicks it out. Tony Bradley a 3. He can't get that one to go. Josh Hart with the rebound, and he gets fouled by Shepard. D. Grant said, Knicks are trying so hard, they're committing foul after foul. They're just not playing smart. Playing hard, but not playing smart. You have to be able to do both. This stage in the year, you have to be able to do both. You're deep into the playoffs, right? It's not just about playing smart. It's not just about playing hard. Brunson dancing with it. Takes it over to Josh Hart. Josh Hart has it up top. Gets it back to Brunson. Brunson being guarded by Nesmith. Jab step, swings through. Down the lane. Puts up a high shot over 2 defenders. Can't get it to go. Josh Hart, an offensive rebound. Kicks it out. Anunoby, pump fake, sidestep 3. Gets it to go down. 16-point game. Here comes Halliburton bringing it down. Kicks it out to Nesmith. Nesmith kicks it out to Siakam. Anunoby jumped the passing lane. Recovers. Kicks it back out to Nesmith. Nesmith coming to his left. Back over to Siakam. Catches. Pump fakes. Blows by. Down the lane. Euro steps. Kicks it out. Nembhard in the right corner. They run him off the line. They call a foul on Brunson. 4 fouls on Jalen Brunson. AB said Patrick Ewing and John Starks would never lie down like this. Those guys got no rings, brother. Those guys got no rings. And you're bowing at the altar like they did something for you. You said the same exact thing during the Boston series. Shamit comes in for Brunson. Shamit will bring it down after Nembhard knocked down both free throws. Robinson hands it off to Bridges. Bridges crossing over to his right. Kicks it over to Josh Hart. Josh Hart in the right corner. Backing down Nembhard. Backing him down. Stops. Turns. Hook shot. Gets it to go. 16-point game. You can get this under 15 going into the second half. Putting yourself in a situation where you got a chance. Halliburton tries to get it over to Bradley. Knocked away by Robinson. Here comes Shamit. Shamit throws it to nobody. Here comes Halliburton. Takes it over to Siakam. Siakam Euro steps. Takes it out to Nesmith. Knicks do a good job getting back on defense. Up top to Nembhard. I don't know what Shamit was thinking. He threw it literally to nobody. Siakam, a mid-range jumper off the back rim, can't get it to go. Long rebound finds its way to Tony Bradley. You got to be able to grab those long rebounds if you're Shamit there. Halliburton crosses over to his left, down the lane, kicks it out to Nesmith, pump fakes, sidestep, pump fakes again, fly by defense. He comes up short on it. Josh Hart with the rebound. Josh Hart's going to bring it down. They get it over to Bridges. Bridges has it up top, being guarded by Nembhard. 16-point game. Get it to 14. Get a basket here. Get it to 14. Bridges driving to his right. Up top to Shamit. Shamit pump fakes. Driving it down in the lane. Back out to Bridges. Wide open right corner three. He's missed them all night. Gets that one to go. 13-point game, yo. 13-point game. Put yourself in a situation in a 13-point game. All right. They had a terrible second quarter. How do you respond? Halliburton flips it up. Way off. All right. Decent end to a terrible second quarter. Decent end. 13-point game is not where you want to be on the road in a playoff game. But we've seen worse. We've seen worse. The thing that makes you worry, 4 fouls on Brunson, 3 fouls on Towns, 3 fouls on Deuce McBride, who barely played in that first half. Down 13 at halftime is actually not the worst thing in the world. If we came in tonight and before the game started, I said, hey, look, man, Brunson's going to pick up 4 fouls in the first half. Towns is going to pick up 3. McBride's going to pick up 3 and be an absolute disaster when he gets out there. And you would be like, oh, man, we're losing that game. What are we down, 25 at halftime? I'd be like, no, down 13. You'd go, all right, if they can have a decent second half, they have the opportunity to win this game tonight. But the issue is you're on the road. That's the issue, because you lost both games at home. So here we are. 13-point game, season on the line. How do you respond, Knicks? Thought they responded pretty decently to end the quarter. They put themselves behind the 8 ball, but they're starting to claw themselves back out. Alyssa said, what is wrong with the Knicks with all the fouls tonight? All the fouls? They're just playing defense with their hands and not their feet. Not playing good defense at all. David said, we need a start team and in the first half in third, good defensive team. I don't know what you're saying there, David. You're going to have to clean up what you were saying, brother. AB said they don't have rings, true, but they got our respect 30 years later because they never quit. And you just love a band of losers, don't you, AP? Come on, man, don't expose yourself. You just love a band of losers. Come on, man. You're the guy who's saying, this team's not winning anything. But you bow at the altar of a band of losers who didn't win anything. Come on, man. Gigi said we're talking about mental toughness in the same scenario. You mean the same team that gave Reggie Miller his career-defining moment? You mean the same team where Ewing missed a finger roll layup? Blowouts didn't happen back then because the variance wasn't there for three-point shooting. Y'all got to stop bowing at the altar of these losers. Look, man, I love and got respect for the 90s Knicks. Trust I do. Trust I do. I'm just going back at you guys. AB said John Starks had to go up against Michael Jordan. No one was beating him. Then turn around. He's got Hakeem Olajuwon blocking his game winner. You bowing at the altar of a guy who went, what, 1 for 18 from the field? 2 for 18 from the field? That's what you're doing? John Starks had to go up against Michael Jordan. John Starks was a 6th man of the year. Just say I was younger back then, so that stuff meant more to me. And now I'm old and jaded, and I don't want to like things anymore. Just say you're old. Just say you're old. Charlie said, you got to tell them that this is just year 1 of the Cap Brunson era, and we made it to the Eastern Conference Finals. I get it, Charlie, and that is true. That is a true statement. But the issue I have with that argument is you never know when your window is going to close. The Knicks had healthy seasons from Karl-Anthony Towns and OG Anunoby for the most part. Are you ever going to get that ever again in the same season? OG Anunoby and Karl-Anthony Towns are injury-prone guys. And they were still a little banged up here and there throughout the year. And so what if next year Towns is out for 40 games and isn't healthy for the playoff run? What if Anunoby's out for 20, 30 games and isn't healthy for the playoff run? Like, you never know when your opportunity is there. The Knicks had an opportunity this season, and they're just letting it slip away because they couldn't close out game 1. And now you're getting killed in game 3. How do you respond in the second half? The 13-point game, it's not insurmountable. We've seen this team make comebacks before. We know they're a mentally tough group. Some of you guys in the chat talking about mental toughness, as if they weren't mentally tough against a more physical Detroit team, as if they weren't mentally tough against a better Boston team that pretty much all of you in the chat said, hey, man, just make it a series. It's cool. We're going to lose this game, but at least make it a series. At least don't go out like that. And then they beat them in 6. And then you had to keep moving the goalpost. So all I'm telling you is it's a 13-point game at halftime. And I'm not having this conversation with y'all as you bow at the altar of the 90s Knicks, who were in the exact same scenarios as this year's Knicks. Just could never get over the hump for whatever reason. Mark said, let's be honest, the lineup change did nothing. It's hard to make that determination, Mark, because of the foul issues. You got nothing from McBride because picked up 3 early fouls trying to box out Miles Turner because for whatever reason he's get switched onto him. And instead of maybe after picking up 2 early fouls being like, I'm going to stop grabbing him. If he grabs an offensive rebound, he grabs an offensive rebound. I'm just going to foul him again. It's like, come on, man. Come on. Angela Hardington, I'm nervous here. Should be nervous. Being nervous is good. Tyler Love said, don't disrespect the vintage. Then don't disrespect modern times. We can't disrespect the 90s, but you guys can sit here and disrespect today's team? Get out of here with that. Get out of here. Respect is earned, not given. I don't just give out respect to the 90s Knicks just because y'all are like, no, I was younger then, so I care more about the 90s Knicks. Shut up. Shut up. I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, let me respect the 90s for you guys while you guys sit here and bash modern day players. That ain't how that works. That ain't how that works. We talking about a bunch of dudes who ain't got no rings, who ain't did nothing for the city. You bowing at the altar of them. Stop it. Stop it. And again, like I said, I have nothing but respect for 90s Knicks. Nothing but respect for those dudes. Those are legends. Legends. Jersey should be retired. Stark should be retired in the rafters. I truly believe that. But you ain't going to sit here, disrespect today's game. Oh, they're soft. They're mentally weak. They can't handle it. All this. And then be like, hey, but don't talk bad about the 90s guys. Even though they were in the exact same situation as this year's guys. Stop it. Stop it. That street goes both ways. Goes both ways. Justice Dad said Toppin a plus 19 having his day. Justice Dad, Toppin has done almost nothing. He's done next to nothing tonight. He has, 1 basket, 2 baskets? Toppin has 6 points, 2 rebounds. This is why I tell you the plus minus stat means nothing. He was just on the court while other guys were playing well. That is why he's a plus 19. He's not a plus 19 because he was awesome. The plus 19 because other guys were playing well while he was on the court standing in the corner. Justice's dad said, where'd it go? Knicks bricks seem to hit harder and not roll around the rim as much as the Pacers, though. Knicks shoot a harder ball. They shoot a harder ball. A lot of Pacers players have a good job of having a nice soft touch, of getting up and on the rim nice and soft, so they have the opportunity to have a nice friendly roll. The only guy in the Knicks who do that, Brunson and Towns. Everybody else shoots a really hard ball and almost never get a lucky bounce. Jay said, I'm trying to keep the vibes positive, but it's tough right now. It is tough. It is tough. A lot of you guys talking about mental toughness, and a lot of you guys showing you ain't got no mental toughness, right? It's a 13-point game. They put themselves to end the half in a situation where they're going to have an opportunity in the second half to make a comeback. The opportunity will be there. Whether they grab it, we'll see. We'll see. Right? It's not looking good, but we'll see. Mike said, we are not there yet, but we still went farther than we did last year. Yeah. I mean, AP's in the chat talking about this team's mentally soft when he said, hey, the second round Tom Thibodeau, second round Leon Rose, and then they made it out of the second round, and now he's moving the goalpost again. Sorry, Love said, we've seen a lot of basketball experience means a lot, and we are all cheering for Knicks victories. We are. We are. Which is why either get on the bandwagon or get out of the fandom. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. Put your big boy pants on. As CP the franchise like to say, take the diapers off. Take the diapers off. Stop being babies. Right? This stuff is not for the faint of heart. You can't handle it, then get out of here. No need to drag everybody else down with you. Mark said, the fact that we have to keep referencing the 90s team is proof of this franchise failure. Exactly. Y'all talking about the 90s. It was almost 3 decades ago. I mean, that run started over 3 decades ago at this point. Like, grow up. Like, yeah, nothing in the 2000s. Grow up. That time has passed. Ain't no other team in the NBA talking about 90s basketball. No other team in the NBA. No other fan base. And yeah, y'all sit here and you're like, but the 90s Knicks. Shut up. Honestly, shut up about the 90s Knicks. They ain't did nothing for you. They didn't bring you one championship. And they got embarrassed in the finals against the Spurs. And they got smacked up by the Rockets because John Starks forgot how to shoot a basketball and chucked his team out of the game. But y'all will bow at the altar because he dunked while Jordan was in the vicinity. He didn't even dunk on Jordan, but we like to call it the Jordan dunk. Shut up. Mark said, you want to reference a Knicks team? Reference the 70s. Very fair. Very fair. Avy said, the Knicks have not been swept in the 91 playoffs. The Knicks haven't been in the playoffs for forever. They have no playoff experience in the 2000s and 2010s. They had a handful of runs. Not a handful. They had less than a handful of runs. And we talking about, well, they haven't been swept. Well, they haven't been there, AP. They haven't been there. So nobody cares. Chris Rose said, no excuses. Look, you got 24 minutes of basketball, which is season on the line. How are you going to respond? And everybody in foul trouble. Everybody important is in foul trouble. Victor Marquez said, is Tyler Kolek playing? He is not playing, Victor. Don't expect Tyler Kolek to play. Not when he has Campaign and what's his name in front of him? DeLon Wright, who's playing tonight. No Campaign. AB said, I can't understand, Chef, because this is the best product he's ever seen. I know, but you say that as if I don't watch NBA basketball, AP. You say that as if I have not enjoyed watching other teams' success. So I know what team success is like. I know what it's supposed to feel like. I know what it looks like. I'm not just a Knicks fan. I'm a basketball fan. Just as Dad said, just get hot and run the second half. Done it before. They have done it before. Here's the thing. We go to the three-point shooting for the Knicks, which has been bad. They are 5 for 19. Mikal Bridges, 1 for 5 on, I'd say, 4 wide-open looks. all five of them makeable shots for him, but 4 of them maybe butt naked, wide open looks. So, AP said this is Shevin Jr.'s best team ever. Absolutely. Team's in the Eastern Conference Finals, AP. A place they haven't been in 25 years. You haven't seen this in 25 years. That feeling is very fleeting for you, too. You haven't seen it in 2.5 decades, 25 years. So when I make fun of you for bowing at the altar of the 90s, all I'm saying is get off your high horse. Because you admitted the other day that you didn't watch other basketball outside of the Knicks. You just root for New York. Your words, not mine. And so when I tell you, when I sit here and I tell you, like, no, I watch every basketball games every night, multiple games a night during the regular season and for the playoff runs. And so I know what it looks like when it's a great team. I know what the vibe should be. I know the signs that they give off. Brunson 1 for 4, Anunoby 2 for 4. He's the only guy who's hit multiple threes. Shamet hit a 3, which feels like a godsend. They've actually gone to 9 players tonight. McBride's only played 1 minute. 1 minute for Ducey. Oof. 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 Too toxic. What's up, Too Toxic? They're playing like trash. Pacers are going to put them out of their misery. Gotta have the faith, Too Toxic. Gotta have the faith. AP said we got a Knicks Civil War. Nobody is on your side, AP. Nobody is on your side. You are standing there by yourself. Stubborn said stop the bleeding. They patted the bleeding down and they put a Band-Aid over it to end the first half. It's a 13-point game. They were down as many as 21. You come out in the second half, 13-point deficit, not the worst thing in the world. You knock down 2 or 3 threes in a row. Let's say you wipe 9 points off of it. 13-point game, you wipe 9 points off of it. 4-point game. Knock down a couple of shots. Right? Your only opportunity now is to just start flying around defensively and getting shots up. The Josh Hart, Jalen Brunson minutes, awful. -15, -16. Josh Hart has been horrendous in this series. Horrendous. Kenny said, can't believe the foul trouble. I can't either. I can't either. Scott Foster is supposed to be on our side. He's the extender. The extender for a reason. Now all of a sudden he's the finisher. Scott Foster is supposed to be on our side. Lorenzo Jackson, what's up, Lorenzo? Knicks fan said, why do the Pacers keep using the same jerseys? I like that they're using their yellow jerseys. I love it. All right, here we go. Where's the stream? Hold on. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Oh, it's right here. Jeez Louise, man. All right, here we go. All right, get ready for the second half, y'all. Coach Jack said 4 fouls. Sheesh, Shao Merchant, huh? I mean, the Pacers are doing an excellent job of attacking them defensively in a way that I haven't seen another team be able to attack them. Knicks fan said 3 games in a row, same jersey. It's a fire jersey. Keep it simple. Keep it with the Indiana yellow. I like it. I like it. Here we go. You're down 13. How do you respond, Knicks? Make it a single-digit game going into the fourth quarter. Nembhard has it up top. Gets it over to Siakam. The starting lineup is back out there. Turner has it up top, dancing with it. Hands it off to Halliburton. He's going to drive it down, shove it out to Turner. Catches, pump fakes, Bridges switches onto him. Out to Siakam, driving it in on Towns. Along the baseline, follow-away jumper over him, and he splashes it. Good defense, better offense from Siakam. Here comes Brunson bringing it down. Has it up top, being guarded by Nesmith. Gets it over to Bridges. Bridges being guarded by Halliburton. Get it over to Brunson in the left corner. Pump fakes, being guarded by Nesmith. Half spin, going along the baseline. Pulling it all the way back out. Steve Nashing it, puts up the floater over Turner. Can't get it to go, but he draws the foul on Miles Turner. Is that 3 fouls on Turner? 3 fouls on Turner. Okay. Brunson at the foul line for 2 free throws. Justice's dad said, Pacers 52% is rough. It is rough. It is rough. Defense needs to be better. for sure, for sure. The fouling helped because the Knicks, you start letting guys go by because you don't want to pick up another silly foul. And so when you get yourself in foul trouble like that, and when the Pacers get the Knicks in foul trouble, it helps open everything up. It helps open driving lanes. And so, and also they're extremely good shot makers. Brunson at the foul line, continues to knock down his free throws, knocks down both of them yet again. Halliburton will bring it down. 13-point game. Halliburton up top, coming to his right off a stagger screen. Bridges chasing. Towns switches on to Halliburton. Crosses over, dancing with it. Ball away right corner three, can't get it to go. Good defense. A bad settle from Halliburton, but we'll take it. Out to Anunoby. Right corner being guarded by Siakam. Jab step, coming to his left. Bully balls down. Loses it, picks it back up, kicks it out to Bridges. Bridges up top. Coming to his left off an Anunoby screen. Driving it down, he's got space. In the paint, kicks it out to Brunson. Right corner, pump fakes, back to Bridges. Bridges with the shot clock winding down. Up top to Anunoby. They run him off the line. Sidestep, pump fake. Now puts it up. Off the front rim. He gets a nice friendly bounce. We talked about friendly bounces. He gets a nice friendly bounce. It's a 10-point game. Halliburton up top, coming to his right off a stagger screen. Kicks it out to Nesmith. Nesmith up top, swings it over to Nembhard. Nembhard up top, inside to Turner. Turner lefty layup, gets it to go. Towns couldn't be more aggressive defensively there because he has the 3 fouls. That's a McHale flop. Yeah, I saw him on the floor, but I didn't see the contact before that, so I don't know. Bridges gets it out to Robinson. Robinson hands it off to Brunson. Brunson coming to his left off the handoff, driving it down. Stop, turn, pump fake. Mid-range foul line jumper. Can't get it to go. Fight for the rebound. Nesmith, good box out and rebound over Towns. Now he's bringing it down the other way. Nesmith up top to Halliburton. Halliburton coming to his right off the Nembhard screen. Halliburton takes it over to Siakam. Siakam back out to Halliburton. Coming to his right. Now back to Siakam. 5 seconds to go. He's going to look to attack Towns. Stop, turn, spin, pump fake, ball away. Good defense. Can't get it to go. And a foul on Nesmith pushes Brunson. Fighting for the rebound. Okay. A much slower start to the second half. Much lower intensity so far to start the second half. It's a 12-point game. 9:35 to go so far. Bridges up top, gets it over to Brunson. Brunson coming to his left off a Robinson screen. Driving it down, leans in, puts up a floater over 2 defenders. Gets it to go down, back to 10. Can you get it to single digits? Can you keep it at single digits? Can you take a lead? Let's get it to single digits first. Halliburton on the left wing, over to Siakam. Siakam out to Turner, catches, pump fakes. Back out over to Halliburton. Coming to his right, pulling it back out. Bridges stays in front. Shot clock starting to wind down. Coming to his left off the screen. Pocket pass to Siakam. Down the lane. Kicks it over to Nembhard. Deep right corner 3. Can't get it to go. Towns with the rebound. Good defense from the Knicks. Forcing some tough shots so far. Pacers are missing them. Tries to force an inside pass to Bridges. Gets picked off. A bad pass from Brunson. And here comes Halliburton bringing it down. Settles for a pull-up 3 in transition. And he can't get it to go. But Siakam a rebound. And he gets fouled by Towns. That's his 4th foul. Just as that said, OG getting lucky so far, got beat and got a miss. Are you talking about the right corner 3 from Nembhard? That's a deep right corner 3. With the shot clock winding down, with the Anunoby coming flying at him. I think the Knicks will live if he makes that shot. They'll live with it. Siakam misses a free throw. We love missed free throws from our opponent. 8:45 to go, y'all. 8:45 to go. Mark said Hallie traveled there. I mean, based off of NBA rules, it wasn't a travel. 4 fouls on Towns, 4 fouls on Brunson. Can the Knicks overcome this? A lot to overcome. A lot to overcome. Just that's a let Cat foul out, I guess. Siakam does knock down the second one. He's got the 4 fouls. Brunson's got the 4 fouls. Brunson bringing it down. Brunson coming to his left. Driving it down. Cross-court pass to Bridges. A right wing 3. Off the back rim, can't get it to go. Nesmith with the rebound. Here comes Halliburton. Halliburton's going to be picked up by Brunson. He's going to look to attack because Brunson's got the 4 fouls. Wise move. Steps back. Mid-range pull-up jumper. Gets it to go. Bridges bringing it down the other way, being guarded by Halliburton. Over the top pass to Anunoby. Hit the rim. A terrible pass from Bridges, and Halliburton's out and running. Towns the only trailer. Halliburton's going to dribble it back out. Gets it over to Nembhard. Kicks it over to Nesmith. A straightaway three. He rattles it in. And it's back to 16, just like that. Timeout from Tibbs. Fred said, Bridges, where are you? Killing him. Killing him. Keith said, Knicks will still have hope because I know the Knicks will fight. They are fighting. They just taped one arm behind their back by getting in the foul troubles. Oof. Oof. The Pacers are 4 for 17 from three. They're not even shooting it well. The Knicks are 6 for 21. They've actually hit more threes than them. Pacers aren't even having a good shooting night from three. But they are 51% from the field, and the Knicks are 39. They're sub 40. 18 for 46 overall. Not getting anything going. Brunson with 15, Anunoby with 13, everybody else in single digits and not even close. Bridges 3 for 11 on pretty open looks, man. That is a killer. Just that said, it's not easy to win when they hit 52%, but it's not even like threes. Like mid-range jumpers, little floaters, contested shots at the rim. They're just out-executing the Knicks. They have a more intricate offense, and they're out-executing the Knicks. By far. Right? Tom Thibodeau threw the kitchen sink in that first half. Went to DeLon Wright, went to Landry Shamet. McBride only played the 1 minute with the 3 fouls. David said, got nothing from Josh Hart tonight, 2 games in a row. Absolutely. I would argue, David, that we did get something from Josh Hart. We got negative play after negative play after negative play, and just nothing. Just nothing. Got nothing from Josh. Shot Collins to Knicks in 7. Got to keep the faith, Shot Collins. We got to keep the faith. Just that said, Josh 4 fouls too? No, Josh has only 1 foul. If he was in? Oh, yeah. I mean, he's a hack. We knew. Mark said, clinic on how to break momentum. You know what also helps break momentum? Missed shots. Right? Offensive execution into a wide open shot and then a brick. You know? Bridges getting open looks, not being able to knock any of them down. Hurts, man. Hurts. Just throw the lob to Mitch. Are you talking about a specific play? Because I'm not down with throwing lobs to Mitch just because I'm not down with putting him in a situation where he could get hurt at this point. Subject said they're not prepared, and it's matched by some not playing hard and the ball just not going in. Basketball gods got a plan. Yeah, a lot not going their way, but it's by their own doing, man. It's by their own doing. And the Pacers being great. Pacers showing up and playing Pacers basketball, and the Knicks not being able to match it. Knicks not playing their game at all. Bridges gets it over to Anunoby. Anunoby against Nembhard. A step back left wing 3 for OG. Got it to go down. All right, OG. Keep it alive. Keep it alive, OG. Keep the vibes alive. Halliburton gets it over to Nesmith. Nesmith hands it off to Siakam. Siakam gets it over to Turner. Turner hands it off to Halliburton. Halliburton swings it over to Nembhard. Catches. Pump fakes. Driving it down against Anunoby. Spins to his left. Gets it over to Turner. In the post being guarded by Towns. Faces up. Turner dancing with it. Pump fakes. Leans in. Trying to draw the foul. Out of bounds. Going to remain with the Pacers with 1.1 left. Just Dad said, what was that Turner baiting hard? He got Towns in the air, and usually when you jump in the air like that, the refs will give you the call. But trying to save Nembhard, the Pacers caught the Knicks sleeping, but Nembhard misses a nice easy floater. Well, it wasn't easy. Those baseline floaters are not easy, but Nembhard misses it. Knicks catch a bit of a break. They're down 13, and they get it to single digits. 7 minutes to go. They got more than enough time. Nembhard fouls Anunoby as they're fighting for post positioning. Ernest Cash, what's up, Ernest? Mikal Bricks, that's what they call him. This season, he has not been as advertised this season. Anunoby gets it into Towns. Towns gets it over to Brunson. Brunson up top. Coming to his right off a high Mitchell Robinson screen. Brunson dancing with it. Coming to his left. Spins to his right. Step back. Pump fake. Tries to kick it out to Anunoby. Nembhard jumps the lane. Here comes Nembhard. Off the steal. Over to Halliburton. No look pass to Siakam. Siakam down the lane for a two-handed slam. As Robinson was too preoccupied with Turner. And Siakam right down the middle of the lane gets a two-handed slam. Bridges has it up top. Coming to his left off the Robinson screen. Snaking it back to his right hand. Driving it down. Going under the basket. A little fall-away baseline jumper. Gets it to go. Maintaining a double-digit lead here. Pacers keeping the Knicks an arm's length away. Not allowing them to build momentum. Halliburton up top. Coming to his right. Dancing with it. Over to Nesmith in the corner. He pump fakes. Driving it down along the baseline. Tries to kick it in the corner. Out of bounds by Anunoby. Good defense from the Knicks. Gigi said, Brunson, dribble, has no idea what to do with the ball. Who do you want him to give it to, Gigi? Who do you want him to give it to? Towns, who is going to pick up an offensive foul? As Nesmith looks like he rolled an ankle. Oh, Nesmith rolled the ankle. Not a great roll. Nesmith in a lot of pain. Limping off the court, being helped. So Nesmith comes off the floor. Get it into Shepherd. Shepherd being guarded by Brunson. Get it over to Turner. Shot clock winding down. Turner has it up top. Being guarded by Robinson. Puts it down on the floor. Drives. Gets fouled by Robinson. He's going to go to the foul line for 2 free throws. Robinson playing way too close to Turner, and Turner takes him off the bounce and draws the foul. Knocks down the first free throw. He's got another one coming. Pacers have done a great job of, like I said, keeping the Knicks an arm's length away. Keeping it at double digits. Knicks have gone as close as 10, but haven't been able to get it to single digits. Haven't been able to really build momentum here. We got 6 minutes to go. We're halfway through this third quarter. Turner knocks down both free throws, back to 15. Tibbs, you got to bring in McBride at some point here. McBride giving you 1 minute tonight. He was one of your most impactful players these past 2 series. Brunson a pull-up 3. Way too long. Airballs it. Hits the side of the backboard. Bridges able to pick up the offensive rebound and able to float it up and in. Some serendipity for the Knicks there. Halliburton inside pass to Toppin. Blows the layup. Blows the tip. Knicks catch a break there. Obi Toppin's been pretty bad this series. Brunson has it up top, coming to his left, gets it over to Towns. Towns fires a straightaway 3. Off the front rim, can't get it to go. Fight for the rebound. Robinson had it, and then ripped out of his hands by Turner. Here comes Obi Toppin, bringing it down against Towns. Euro steps down the lane, gets tied up. Loose ball. Bridges able to save it over to Towns. Towns able to save it over to Brunson. No, it's a loose ball. Shepherd picks it up over to Halliburton. Halliburton has it up top. Tries to get it over to Nembhard. Knocked out of the air by Anunoby. Good defense from the Knicks. Hit ahead to Bridges. Bridges will bring it down. Driving it down. Stops. Pulls it back out. They bring a double team. Almost loses his balance. Gets it into Towns. Towns inside the Brunson. A bad pass. Halliburton steals it. Saves it inside. They throw the lob to Toppin in transition, and he throws it down with 2 hands. Just trying to force it too much from the Knicks. Trying to force it. You got to get Robinson out of the game. He is walking up and down the court right now. Pace is too fast for him. Get him out of the game. Brunson up top, jab step, coming to his right, being guarded by Halliburton. Brunson picks his dribble up. Gets it over to Robinson, knocked out of bounds by the Pacers. Get Robinson out of the game. Get Robinson out of the game. He's walking around out there. He is tired. He's clearly gassed. Cy Love said bench Brunson. I don't know if you got rocks in your head, Cy Love. Who do you want to score the basketball? Towns, who picks up an offensive foul every time he has it in the post? Or just throws it away like he did in the previous play? You want the ball in Bridges, who can't buy a basket today? You want it in Anunoby's hands, who can't take more than 2 dribbles without turning it over? Come on, man. Take Brunson out. But who? Who you want in the game to go get a bucket? D. Grant said Towns' IQ is low. I think someone said it best when they said he's got bad habits. He's got really bad habits. Awful habits. You know? And, you know, when a guy as talented as Karl Anthony Towns has as bad habits as he does, that's evident of really, really poor coaching throughout the years. And when you look at the early years of Karl Anthony Towns' career, he had some not great times in Minnesota, some not great coaches. Tom Thibodeau being one of them, but he wasn't there for too long, right? Did he coach Towns for what, 2-3 years? Either way, though. Either way. So Janik said, was never taught how to win. I wouldn't go that far. Went to Kentucky. Coached by Calipari. Whatever you think about him. Pretty decent coach. Pretty decent coach, that guy. Fred said, if we take JB out, who's going to score? That's what I'm saying, Fred. People talking about take Brunson out. Who do you want out there? You want DeLon right back in that? You want Campaign chucking up shots? Come on, man. Shot caller said, where's Campaign? Glued to the bench because that man is giving them nothing. Solano said, Brunson needs to catch his breath. Towns too. Forcing it, man. They're just forcing it. Chris Edwards said that to Towns, stop making dumb fouls. Yeah. I mean, everybody can see it. If you've got 2 eyes, you can see it. If you have 2 eyes, you can see it. Hooking a point guard when you have him in the post to try and get past him is a dumb move. Just that said, JB has been a warrior this year. I mean, he's just asked to do everything offensively. He has to create spots for Bridges because he's inconsistent with his playmaking. He has to create spots for Anunoby because if he takes more than 2 dribbles, he's turning it over. If you give the ball to Towns in a 1-on-1 situation, he's more likely to commit an offensive foul than anything. Here we go. We're back into it. Bridges in the post against Halliburton. Bully balls his way into the paint and knocks down a little fall-away jumper. Only you can do that a little bit more often, Bridges. You can do that a little bit more often. Halliburton gets it into Bradley. Bradley back to Halliburton. Halliburton gets caught in the air, throws it over the basket, and he gets a floater to go. Tough move from Halliburton. Bridges will bring it down. Dovnak said, this is totally everyone's fault collectively, some more than others. Absolutely. I've been saying it for a long time. It's not just Tibbs' fault. It's not just Anunoby's fault. Brunson gets all the way to the basket and lays it up and in. Everybody gets blamed. Towns gets blamed. Brunson gets blamed. Tibbs gets blamed. Bridges gets blamed. Anunoby gets blamed. Up top to Halliburton. Halliburton with the pass fake. Now over to Shepard. Up top to Toppin. Swings it over to Halliburton. Coming to his left off the screen. Josh Hart switches onto him. Over the top pass to Shepard. Driving it in on Brunson. Spins. Takes his dribble up. Kicks it out. Halliburton. Pump fake. Driving to his left. Steps back. A mid-range, deep mid-range jumper. Can't get it to go. Josh Hart can't grab a rebound as McConnell grabs it. Just completely out of position for Josh Hart. You have to be able to grab that rebound. You are the rebounding guy. McConnell up top, coming to his left, pulls it back. Now coming to his right, to the foul line. Pull-up jumper over McBride, gets it to go. Timeout from Tibbs. Is it a timeout? Not a timeout. No timeout. 15-point game. Knicks have not been able to cut into the lead one bit. That's terrible minutes for Josh Hart, right? I think we're talking about Josh Hart there. Terrible minutes for Big Josh. Brunson down the lane, puts a floater up off glass, can't get it to go. Bradley with the rebound. Here comes McConnell. McConnell under the basket. Dribbling it back out. McBride guarding him. Swing it over to Toppin, and he gets fouled by Josh Hart. No, Toppin's out of bounds when he caught it. Just as Dad said, get this to 10, please. If they can get it to at least 10 before halftime, got 2:40 to go. They'll have an opportunity to steal it, but Brunson gets it over to Bridges. Bridges coming to his right off the Robinson screen. Driving it down. Step back. All the way mid-range jumper. Comes up short. Comes up short. Here comes McConnell. McConnell bringing it down. Coming to his right. Dancing with it against Brunson. Loses the handle, picks it back up. Has it out by the three-point line. Coming back to his right off the screen, and a moving screen on Bradley. Brunson, able to draw the offensive foul. Doing his Brunson thing. Using them acting classes. Subdrag said, this is just lazy, tired, and sloppy. I don't think it's lazy. Tired and sloppy for sure. And unfocused. Unfocused for sure. I wouldn't go lazy. I do think they're playing hard. I just think the Pacers speed you up to the point where you start making mental mistakes. McBride has it against McConnell, pulls it back out. Quick crossover to his left, mid-range pull-up jumper for Deuce McBride. He gets it to go. Nembhard on the left wing, dancing with it against Shaman, who's checked in. Coming to his right off a screen, Nembhard down the lane, stops, turns, pump fakes, leans in. It's caught in the air, kicks it out to Toppin. Toppin back to Nembhard. Nembhard coming to his right, Josh Hart switches onto him. Nembhard coming to his right. Brunson switches onto him. In the post with Toppin being guarded by Shaman. Toppin backing him down. Backing him down. Backing him down. And an offensive foul on Obi Toppin. Keith said my team has given up and they are so better than Indy. I think overall they're better than Indiana. But Indiana's system and their coaching right now allows their others and their role players to be better. Neesmith comes back out of the locker room. He's back onto the bench. Seems all right. Seems ready to go. McBride has it up top, attacking to his left. Mid-range jumper gets fouled. He's going to go to the foul line for 2 free throws. Big Rud said Indiana's deeper off the bench. They use more guys off the bench. But, you know, if Rick Carlisle was coaching the Knicks, he'd find use for a lot of the Knicks bench players that Tom Thibodeau has a hard time finding use for them. Just as that said, we are beating ourselves. Indiana's playing really well overall, collectively. But the Knicks have not done themselves any favors. Right? Just that said, Pacers not playing not great. Yeah, they're not playing great. But I think their defense has been really good. And the Knicks, while their offense has struggled, their defense is what has given them this lead here today. McBride knocks down 2 free throws. Thank you, Deuce. But, look, we got 1:20 to go. And if the Knicks can get this to a single-digit game in the fourth quarter, okay. McConnell coming to his left down the lane, goes to reverse layup, gets chased down blocked by Robinson. Josh Hart picks it up, over to DeLon Wright. DeLon Wright's going to bring it down, shoves it over to Shamet, back to DeLon Wright, over to Robinson, over to McBride, coming to his left, off the screen, snaking it down, step back, over to DeLon Wright, left wing, good closeout from Nembhard, not giving DeLon Wright an open three, back to McBride, fakes the handoff, dancing with it against Nembhard, a pull-up left wing three for Deuce, knocks it down. Okay, Deuce McBride, the savior. 8-point game, y'all. 8-point game. There you go. Single digits going into the fourth. What you're looking for. McConnell up top. Justin Dad said, please be the Deuce game. It's what we're looking for, man. We were looking all night. We were calling for somebody. And a moving screen on Ben Mathurin. McBride picks up the foul. Deuce McBride, the difference maker. This is why when he picks up 3 fouls in the first quarter and we don't see him again for the first half, felt silly to me because you don't really worry about foul troubles for a bench player who plays 20 minutes a game. But here we are. Deuce McBride stepping up. Step up, Deucey, step up. McBride's going to bring it down. 30 seconds to go. McBride coming to his left off a town screen. Loses the handle on the ball. He dives on it, though. Turner dives on it, and he loses it. Nembhard picks it up. Ah, Deuce, your first big mistake of the second half, brother. No, Deuce, no. We were just praising you, Deuce. We were just praising you. Now you got to get a defensive stop. Go into the fourth quarter in an 8-point game. Cano has it up top, being guarded by Shamet. McBride switches onto him. Coming to his right. Takes it over to Mathurin. Mathurin inside pass to Turner. He's wide open to the basket by himself. You can't explain it, man. You can't explain it. Josh Hart's going to rush it down the other way. Kicks it out to McBride. A left wing three for Deuce at the buzzer, and he can't get it to go. And it's going to be a 10-point game going into the fourth quarter. Right? I got to go back and see who was the miscommunication on. I got to go back and see it. How does Turner get wide open under the basket by himself? I went too far back. Right, so they turn it over. So now we're mismatched. We're coming down. Shamet picks up McConnell. Towns picks up Turner. For the most part, we're matched up. Everybody's on who they should be. So McConnell has it up top. Let's slow down. Let's go. Let's see whose fault it was. McConnell up top. McBride switches onto him. Nice peel switch. So now Shamet is on Turner. How did that happen? How was their action before? I'm going to keep my eye on Turner. Because Towns is on Turner right now, as he should be. McBride is kind of in no man's land because I think he's trying to peel switch with Shamet. So Turner is coming up to set the screen. Towns hands him off to McBride because they want McBride on McConnell. So I guess this is a Tom Thibodeau game plan, or Karl Anthony Towns is just calling an audible here. I get that they want McBride and McConnell, which I don't, like, you have Shamet on him. Shamet's a perfectly fine defender. He can stay in front of Shamet, or he can get blown by, who knows. But I will live with that matchup, and I will live on with Deuce McBride and Mathurin, but I am keeping my center on Towns. But I get it. They're sending McBride up there because they don't want Towns involved in a pick and roll involving McConnell. McConnell's cooked them all night. So they switch it. They send McBride up there, and they go screen it. And McBride says, cool, switch it. I'll guard McConnell. Now Shamet is going to be on Towns. So that means Towns is on Mathurin, which to me is like, that's why you don't peel switch it, because the Pacers have no issues just being like, oh, okay, then we'll just run the pick and roll with whoever Towns is guarding. So now they run the pick and roll with Mathurin and McConnell instead of Turner and McConnell, so that Towns is involved. So they come to it right, and they run a go screen. It's not even a real screen. Ben Mathurin just runs past McBride and spreads it out to the three-point line. McConnell's driving to his right. McBride shuts him off and stays in front of him. They swing it up top to Mathurin. Towns switches on the mat, or stays with Mathurin. Does a good job. There's no airspace for Mathurin to shoot this three. Mathurin has it up top. Josh Hart and Shamet miscommunicate. That's where the communication breaks down. Josh Hart has just been flat out awful, man. He's just been flat out awful. So here comes the go screen. They switch it. Connell comes to his right. Shamet and Josh Hart. Josh Hart is telling Shamet, go to the corner. Josh Hart is pointing out to Shamet, you switch over to corner to Siakam. I'm picking up Turner. As he rolls to the basket. And he's pointing to him, and I guess he's thinking, Shamet doesn't hear me because he's not responding. He's not going towards Siakam. He's staying with Turner. And so Josh Hart jumps to the corner, which, by the way, Mathurin isn't even looking to the corner for Josh Hart to do that, in my opinion. This is 1,000% Josh Hart's fault. Josh Hart's fault, this play. He tells Shamet to go to the corner, so Shamet runs to the corner, and Josh Hart also runs to the corner inexplicably, and he ends up with a wide open dunk for Turner underneath. So it's 1,000% on Josh Hart. That's 1,000% on Josh Hart. Because here's the thing, right? Mathurin has it up top, and Josh Hart is rotating down low to get onto Turner, and he's I could see him pointing, so he's probably screaming, Shamet, switch to corner, switch to corner, switch to corner, something along those lines. But as he's saying that, Mathurin has it up top, and he's looking inside the Turner. And for whatever reason, Josh Hart's screaming, go to corner, and then he's like, I'm going to corner too. I'm telling you to go to the corner, but I'm going to follow you to the corner. And so they just leave Miles Turner wide open under the basket by himself. The thing about that is Mathurin doesn't even fake him out. Like if Mathurin was like, ooh, I see Shamet not hearing Josh Hart saying to go to the corner, I'm going to look and maybe pass fake over the corner to Siakam to fake those guys out. That doesn't even happen. Josh Hart reacts to something that doesn't even happen. But again, that's a communication thing of two guys who haven't had consistent minutes together all season because the head coach did not prioritize that. You know? So when we talk about how, during the regular season, about depth and about how, the Knicks don't have the good role players to do it. Like, they had good enough role players. Shamet is a role player. Cam Payne is a role player. DeLon Wright is a role player. We know Deuce McBride and Mitchell Robinson are. Even Precious Achiuwa could maybe give you a handful of minutes here and there. Right? They have Huck Porty, who's proven that, like, hey, man, I'm pretty decent. I thought Bakum Dadie showed enough to maybe get a handful of minutes throughout the year. The Knicks had guys that they could go to throughout the season, and Tom Thibodeau never prioritized that. And you're seeing why that's something that coaches tend to prioritize, despite the fact that it may cost you a couple of games in the regular season. This is why you don't prioritize the regular season over the process of preparing for the playoffs. This is why many people have the opinion, and it's not a bad opinion to have. I don't necessarily agree with it, but it's not a bad opinion to have of that Tom Thibodeau is not a championship-level coach. Because you use the regular season, if you know you're a championship contending team, which the Knicks, I think, could be, under the right circumstances. But if you feel like you have a championship contending core, you need to treat the regular season as playoff preparation. And Tom Thibodeau did not do that. He did not do that. And now they're in a situation where you're relying on guys like Shamet or DeLon Wright, and they have no chemistry with any of the other guys out there. Mark said Brunson playing games on his iPad. No, Josh Hart's been too busy playing games on his iPad instead of watching film. Just Dad said Cat wants the ISO. Oh, I'm not live, y'all. My bad. Let's get live. Oh, man. My bad. The 5-point game. I missed it all. I was too busy ranting. I didn't go back live. Damn, my bad, y'all. My bad. Thank you, Knicks fan. Thank you. I'm back live. And it's a 5-point game. It's a 5-point game. Let's speed run through it. Right? We're at a timeout now. McBride to the basket. Can't get it to go. Josh Hart. Towns hits a three. Cool. Boom. Towns gets another basket against Turner. Cool. You get another stop, get another score, and now we're here. David Osh Jr. said, leave JB on the bench. You got to leave McBride in the game. Maybe don't even bring back Bridges. You're going to have to bring Brunson back at some point. He's your guy. But Towns up to 9, Anunoby was 16, Brunson was 17, McBride was 7 off the bench in 7 minutes. That guy, if the Knicks pull this one off, McBride saved the season. If the Knicks pull it off, McBride saved the season, y'all. Gigi said, don't want to see Brunson back in the game. I get it. I get it. The defense hasn't been there, and the offense hasn't been good enough to supplement the defense. But we should give a shout-out to Deuce McBride and Landry Shamet, who've been solid. Subjack said, keeping JB out sounds like blasphemy. Never thought I'd read that in chat. It's not the worst idea in the world with the way he's played tonight. No one has had anything going, but now Towns starts the fourth quarter off, getting some stuff going. McBride ended the third quarter getting some stuff going. He's going to come back into the game at some point. But for now, you rock with the lineup that has given you the best minutes. And right now, this is the lineup that's given them the best minutes. Shamet, McBride, Towns in there now as your offensive engine. Gigi said ball movement, faster paced movement, everyone touches the ball. Well, everyone touches the ball because they have better off-ball movers. Anunoby's not a very good off-ball mover right now. He's doing a lot of standing around. Bridges is moving off-ball, but he's not knocking down any shots. Shamet's a good off-ball mover. He keeps the defense honest because he's a movement shooter. And McBride is a good off-ball mover because he, similarly to Shamet, he can be a movement shooter. Here we go. It's a 5-point game. McConnell bringing it down. He has it up top. McConnell gets it over to Shepard. Josh Hart jumps the passing lane, steals it. Shoves it over to Josh Hart. Josh Hart fakes the handoff, gets it over to Towns. Pump fakes, driving to his left, putting his head down all the way to the basket. Lefty layup, gets it to go in the foul, baby. Gets it to go in the foul. We're here, y'all. We're live. We're here. We're live. We're here. We're live. It doesn't have to be pretty, but you have to survive. You are in survival mode. Fred said we need our defense to step up if we want to win. Absolutely. Right? How many times have we said the defense, my go-to phrase in basketball, especially NBA basketball, your defense needs to lead your offense, right? Your offense will always look better when you're playing defense. Yak said, Clowns gave up, now 5-point game, and no matter what happens, you gave up. We tell them all the time as Towns misses a free throw, and then out of bounds, and they call it jump ball. They call it jump ball. McBride saving another possession. AP said, go with the hot lineup. Forget ego. It's not about ego. At some point, it will cool off, but your defense needs to lead the offense. Right now, they got McBride, DeLon Wright, Landry Shamet out there, good defenders. Josh Hart, we know, can be a good defender. McBride wins the tip. Shamet has it up top. Hands it off to McBride. Coming to his left off a double screen. Wide open pull-up three for Ducey. Can't get that one to go halfway down. Bounced in and out. Halliburton bringing it down. DeLon Wright will pick him up. Here we go. It's a 3-point game, y'all. It's a one-possession game. Halliburton coming to his right. Pass fake. Gets it out to Turner. Turner, inside pass to Siakam. Gets tied up, spins, over 2 defenders, draws the foul, and 1 for Pascal Siakam. That's my issue with Josh Hart sometimes. It's just a little too small. I might think about getting Anunoby in for Josh Hart right now. I might think about it. Josh Hart's good offensively. He's better offensively than Anunoby in this situation because he's going to push in transition. But that would be the move I would contemplate right now. Siakam's at the foul line for 1 more. So Gen X said they are so painful to love. That's a beautiful way of putting it. of genetics. Absolutely beautiful way of putting it. Anunoby does come in, but he comes in for Shamit. Interesting. So Siakam's at the foul line for 2 free throws. Misses the free throw, though. So at least we're not punished for the Towns missed free throw, because Siakam also misses a free throw. DeLon Wright has it up top. Gets it over to Towns. Towns hands it off to Hart. Back to DeLon Wright. DeLon Wright gets it to Towns. Towns spins towards the baseline. Now he has Siakam in the post, backing him down in the paint. Hop step, puts up the floater. Can't get it to go, and a foul call. Going to the foul line for 2 free throws. Gigi said, leave Cat alone and just give him the ball. In the right matchup, yes. For the most part, yes. You're going to be playing through Towns. For the most part, yes. You're going to be playing through Towns. With no Brunson, you're going to be playing through Towns. Towns knocks down the first free throw. He's got another one coming. Towns knocks down both free throws. Thank you, Towns. Halliburton will bring it down. McBride will pick him up. Apply a little bit of full court pressure, just a little bit. Get it over to Nembhard. Nembhard up top. Over the top pass to Halliburton. He's got a lane to the basket. Drives it down. Kicks it out to Shepard. Up top to Nembhard. Nembhard up top. Being guarded by Hart. Crossing over to his right. Driving it down. Leans in. Draws the foul on Josh Hart. 3 fouls on Hart. You knew he wasn't going to be too far behind with the foul issue. But the Knicks got it to single digits, and now they got it to a one-possession game. But now, here comes Jalen Brunson off the bench. But now, you need to battle back and get over the hump. That proverbial hump we talk about all the time when making comebacks. As Nembhard misses a free throw, we love when our opponents misses free throws, y'all. We are in a position where we can absolutely adore missed free throws yet again, and Mikal Bridges subs in. Great minutes from DeLon Wright. Great minutes from DeLon Wright. Good minutes from Shamit. McBride comes out of the game, man. Get Deuce McBride in the goddamn game, Tibbs. Get Deuce McBride in the goddamn game for Josh Hart right now. Tom Thibodeau going with the starting lineup. The lineup that hasn't worked all season. This better freaking work out, Tibbs. Your neck is on the line, buddy. Anunoby on the left wing gets it over to Towns. Towns steps back for a straightaway 3. Knocks it down. 1-point game. Towns is locked in. I don't understand the thought process of getting McBride out of the game. But okay. This better work out. Halliburton bounce pass to Turner for a straightaway 3 on the pick and pop. Too long, can't get it to go. Josh Hart with a nice big old strong rebound. There you go, Josh. Prove your worth, brother. Prove your worth. Josh Hart bringing it down. They get it over to Bridges in the post. Backing down Halliburton. Backing him down. Backing him down. Stop. Turn. Pump fake. Spins the other way. Gets it over to Towns. Down the lane. Goes to the basket. Throws it down in a blocking foul, baby. All over Nembhard. Get him out of here. Knicks take the lead. Now we're in. Now we're in here. We got over the hump. We took the lead. Now don't relinquish it. Towns to the foul line for one more. Here we go. Steal this one in Indiana the way they stole one in New York. Keep the season alive. Survive, Knicks. Survive. Keep the season alive. Here we go. Here we go. Self-Jack said, hit the lights if we go up 10. If we continue this momentum, we'll hit the lights at some point. Towns knocks down the N1 free throw, a 2-point lead for the Knicks. Here we go. Keep it going. Keep it going. The defense needs to lead the offense. We will say it again. The defense needs to lead the offense. Halliburton a pull-up 3. Anunoby a little late on the contest, and Halliburton splashes it. You have to be up, OG. You have to just switch that. You're OG Anunoby. Say, switch it. I'll pick him up. I'll pick up anybody. I guard 1 through 5 of your OG Anunoby. You can't be late there, OG. This is the 4th quarter with your season on the line. Get OG Anunoby out of the game. Get Deuce McBride in. Brunson, pass fake, picks his dribble up. Over to Bridges. Bridges driving to his left on Turner. To the basket. Scoop away with the left hand. Terrible shot from Bridges. Get the ball to Karl Anthony freaking Towns, guys. Bridges just standing around, driving it in. Josh Hart standing in the corner. Halliburton another pull-up 3. Way wide left. Can't get it to go. Towns with the rebound. Here comes Brunson. He's pushing it the other way. Brunson driving it down against Nembhard. Euro steps, puts up a floater off glass, gets it to go. There we go. Get McBride in the game for one of these scrubs. Get Anunoby out. Get Josh Hart out, one of them. Nembhard right through the chest of Brunson and a blocking foul on Brunson. 5 fouls on JB. Get Deuce McBride in the goddamn game. Get Deuce McBride in the goddamn game. AB said Tom Thibodeau again. Is Tom Thibodeau going to use a challenge here? Are the Knicks going to use the challenge? The Knicks took the timeout. This broadcast sucks. They did not tell us definitively if they used the challenge. They talk about possibly using the challenge, and they were like, timeout New York, and then they went to commercial. So I assume they used the challenge, or else they wouldn't call a timeout there. Tyler Love said, trade OG Anunoby. No, don't trade OG Anunoby, but get him out of the goddamn game. This is why you have 9 guys you are capable of playing, if not even more. This is why you have a bench. This is why you have other players on the team. You don't have to default to a starting lineup, to a lineup of Brunson, Bridges, Anunoby, Hart, and Towns that has not worked all season long. Get Deuce McBride in the goddamn game, Tibbs. Okay, he said, I don't think they used the challenge. Brunson had the ball. I would assume they did because I don't think that's a spot they would call a timeout normally. Hazy. But again, that's on the broadcast fault because they did not definitively tell us if they used the challenge or not. Like, you have to tell us. Make that obvious to the viewer. Slim Slam said we deserve something good tonight. Yeah, we deserve to not have our season done in the conference finals in 3 games and not even win one. Come on. Step up, y'all. I Love said Deuce for Brunson sub. I don't think it should be for Brunson. I think it should 1,000% be for Josh Hart or Anunoby. Get one of those guys out of the game. Gigi said no one should be taking any shot without Cat touching the ball. Bridges should be back on the bench. Yes, that is a good point. The way you phrased it, I think, was excellent. The way you phrased that, Chi-Chi, was excellent. 1,000% agree. Karl-Anthony Towns doesn't need to shoot the ball every time, but he needs to touch it. He needs to touch it on every trip down the court. He is the hottest man on the court. They'll likely bring a double over at some point. But either way, he needs to continue to touch the ball to make sure he stays in rhythm. AB said one of the scrubs. The way they're playing tonight, they're scrubs. The way they're playing tonight, defensively, like again, Halliburton coming to his right off a screen. I think it's a Siakam screen. Anunoby's on Siakam. So let's say it's Siakam. Anunoby's coming to his right off a Siakam screen. Bridges is obviously guarding Halliburton. Anunoby's guarding Siakam. So Bridges and Anunoby are involved in the screening action. Your 2 best perimeter defenders are involved in the screening action. Both 6'7" and above. You just switch it. That's an automatic switch with Bridges and Anunoby involved. Instead, OG is in a drop, essentially. He's in a drop form where Halliburton's coming to his right off the screen and Anunoby is a step or 2 behind the 3-point line. So Halliburton comes off the screen and is like, cool, wide open space for a pull of 3. Just switch it, OG. Tell Bridges to pick up Siakam. Successful challenge. Yes, sir. They did use the challenge. It is a successful challenge. It's an offensive foul on Nembhard. Ball going back to the Knicks. Neesmith has subbed back in. Neesmith is in. But Brunson's back on the bench. Unsuccessful challenge. My bad. I thought they said successful challenge. Again, this broadcast is terrible. This broadcast is terrible. Unsuccessful challenge. Pacers will inbound it. Brunson on the bench with the 5 fouls. We got Ducey back in the game. Unfortunately, it was for Brunson, but we got Ducey back in. Get it over to Nembhard, driving it in on Hart. In the paint. Goes up. Off glass. Can't get it to go. Excellent defense from Josh Hart. Towns picks it up. Under 7 to go. Towns has it up top. 1-on-1 against Bradley. He's going to drive it down into Bradley. Loose ball. He picks it back up, puts up a hook shot. Can't get it to go. Terrible shot from Towns. He's trying to draw the foul, but you just got to go get a bucket, dog. You got to go get a bucket. Can't look for the refs to bail you out in that situation. Terrible play from Towns. Here comes Halliburton, driving it down in the lane, puts up a floater, comes up short. Towns rips down yet another rebound. Quick outlet to Josh Hart. Josh Hart gets it over to McBride. McBride's going to drive it along the baseline, pull it back out. Has it up top. Kicks it over to Josh Hart. Josh Hart over to Towns. Towns settles for a deep straightaway three. Can't get that one to go. I don't mind that shot. I actually don't mind that shot. It was a little deeper than obviously you wanted to be, but I don't mind it. Nembhard coming to his left off the screen. Gets it out to Halliburton. Now over to Siakam being guarded by Hart. Siakam faces up, coming to his left, along the baseline. Fall away baseline jumper. He's been hitting that all night, and he continues to hit it. McBride bringing it down. Both teams switching the lead now. 90 to 89, swinging back and forth. Towns has it up top against Bradley. Towns dancing with it, coming to his left, blows past Bradley, draws the foul. He's going to the foul line for 2 free throws. There you go, Towns. There you go. D. Grant said Towns needs to stay in the paint. I prefer him in the paint, but you just saw in the previous play he's not perfect. He tried to draw a foul and shot up a terrible hook shot rather than looking to get a basket. And he's also one of the greatest standstill big man shooters of all time. One of the greatest big man, if not the greatest big man three-point shooter of all time. So when you say he needs to stay in the paint, respectively, hell no. He needs to be able to do both, inside and out. Towns knocks down the first free throw. Thank you, Towns. AP said Jalen Brunson for an all-star, it seems to get a lot of foul calls on him. He's not a great defender. He's always in the spot he needs to be, but he's not always in the best defensive position. D. Grant said, I prefer him to stay in the paint because he draws fouls. Sometimes you can get into a spot, though, D. Grant, where he's trying to draw the foul rather than trying to get a basket. You got to be able to look to finish at the rim first rather than look to try and draw a foul because then you throw up a bad shot. McBride has it on, Nembhard has it on the right wing being guarded by McBride. Towns did knock down his and one free throw, by the way. So again, or he knocked down both free throws, not the and one free throw, knocked down both free throws. Siakam has it in the post being guarded by McBride. Faces up. Deep, long two for Siakam. He can't get it to go. Excellent defense from the Knicks. McBride did a good job of forcing him to catch it deep. And he missed a long two. Josh Hart has it up top. Knicks up by 1. Josh Hart hands it off to Towns. Towns up top. Dancing with it. A step back three for Towns. A terrible shot. Rattled it in. That's why you have him out on the three-point line, D. Grant. That's why you do it. 4-point lead for the Knicks with 5 minutes to go. Here we go. That's a 20 for Cat in the fourth? No way. No way, Big Cat. Yes, sir, Big Cat. We talked about you needed somebody to step up. You needed somebody to step up. Karl Anthony Towns, 24 points, 13 rebounds. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. He's now 3 for 7 from three-point line and 8 for 16 from the field. Instead of just telling you, I can show you. Just that's it. I believe in the fourth. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. David Ross Jr. said, Lion Cat has woken. Lionel Motor said, keep hope alive, fans. Keep hope alive. I love it, Lionel. I love it. Slim Slam said, this feels good to me. Game 1 felt pretty good to me. So, we got 5 minutes to go, man. Pacers got that devil magic in them. Gigi said, put respect on Cat, man. Told you guys he single-handed Joker last year, being down 0-2. He's a primetime dude, man. When the lights are brightest, he tends to show up. Jack Franzino, what's up, Jack? It ain't over till it's over. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Here we go. 5 minutes to go. Nembhard has it on the right wing, coming to his left off the Turner screen. Fall-away jumper over McBride. Great defense from Deuce McBride. Nembhard misses it. Here comes Deuce McBride. Like I said, keep Deuce McBride in the goddamn game, Tibbs. No reason to have Deuce McBride come out the way he was playing. McBride has it on the left wing. Gets it over to Towns. Towns driving to his right, blowing past Turner. In the lane, goes up. Gets it to go. And they call a travel at the last second. And Towns is saying challenge it, but the Knicks don't have a challenge, Towns. They used it. That's not a travel. It's not a travel. It wasn't a travel whatsoever. Terrible call from the official who clearly couldn't see the feet. You can't call that if you don't see it. Siakam backing down Bridges, fall away mid-range jumper, good defense, didn't matter. Siakam banked it in. McBride has it on the right wing. Coming to his left. Hands it off to Bridges. Bridges coming to his right, being chased by Nesmith. And a foul on Nesmith. And Bridges will go to the foul line for 2 free throws. You better knock both of these down, man. AB said, thanks to you, Chef. I no longer watch them on TV. Listen here, like listening to the radio. I appreciate JP. It's a very kind compliment from you, man. Very kind. Mark said Scott Foster blew that. He did. That's literally refereeing 101. You can't call something you clearly didn't see. He clearly did not see Karl-Anthony Towns shuffle his feet. He just was like, that looked awkward. It's a travel, guys. You can't do that. You can't do that. Bridges knocks down both free throws. Thank you, Mikhail. Thank you, Mikhail. Halliburton bringing it down. Takes the handoff. Pulls it back out. 1-on-1 against Bridges. Dancing. Crossing over to his left. Steps back. Good defense from the Knicks overall. Halliburton forced to pull it out and reset. They hand it off to Nesmith coming to his right. Anunoby switches onto him. Nesmith driving it in. Almost loses his balance. Spins towards the baseline. Trying to bully ball his way against Anunoby. Fall away. Anunoby swats it out of bounds. You're not going to bully ball me, brother. I'm OG Anunoby. You're not going to bully ball me. And Anunoby got something to say about it, too. He said, who you thought I was, dog? Who you thought I was? That's what OG said. Literally, I could read lips. That's what he said. He said, who you thought I was, dog? You're not going to bully ball me. I'm OG Anunoby. Turner has it on the right wing. Chucks it up over Towns. Air ball. Shot clock violation. Excellent defense from the Knicks. Here we go, Knicks. You got 3.5 minutes. Survive it. Survive it. Jack Franzino reminding people of the like button. Absolutely. I appreciate you, Jack. If you're enjoying the content so far, if you believe in our New York Knicks, hit the like button, y'all. Towns has it up top, hands it off to Josh Hart. Hart being guarded by Halliburton. Gets it over to Towns. Towns hits McBride, cutting back door, bad pass. But McBride was able to save it and then out of bounds. And they say it's off the Pacers. And the Pacers use their challenge here. Nesmith was begging them, saying, I didn't touch the ball. So it'll likely go back to the Pacers here. But that's their last challenge. So after this, whether they win it or lose it, they won't have a challenge remaining. Slim Slammer said, this is really good. I mean, it's great that they have a lead this late into the fourth quarter. But with 3 minutes to go, the Pacers have that devil magic in them, man. They have that devil magic in them. Mark said Noob Smith touched it. He was very adamant that he did not touch it. But the replay will show, which makes me think he didn't touch it. But the refs will look at it. The refs will look at it. Delano said it's an AK. I hope it is, man. I hope it is. I hope the replay shows that it's still Knicks ball. Here we go. We're back into it. Let's see. That was a quick review. Delano said Towns doing his thing. He is, man. He is. Michael Brown. What's up, Michael Brown? Cat needs to bomb away from three-point range. He needs to mix it up. He needs to take smart shots. Replay. And it doesn't look like Neesmith touches it. Successful challenge. Ball's going to go back to the Pacers. And that was it. No challenges for either team for the last 3 minutes. Halliburton, a mid-range pull-up jumper. Good contest from McBride. It didn't matter. Halliburton knocked it down. McBride bringing it down. It's a 2-point game. They've gone back and forth pretty much since the start of the fourth quarter. McBride up top, dancing around a town screen, driving to his right, all the way to the basket. He tries to throw it down over Siakam, and they call a foul on Siakam. He's going to the foul line for 2 free throws. Deuce McBride had bad intentions there, man. He drove to the basket, and he said this. He said, "This is my John Starks moment." And that looks like a clean block from Pascal Siakam. They called the foul. We'll take it. And they got no challenges left, so we'll take it, y'all. We'll take it. That looks like an excellent clean block from Pascal Siakam, but we will take it. Judge Dad said replays ruined the game. Yeah, it's not great. Not great. Mark said makeup call. Yeah, for the travel maybe. Yeah, maybe a little bit of a makeup call from Scott Foster. He said, "My bad on the travel, y'all. Let me give y'all an easy foul here." McBride knocks down the first one. Now all you have to do is convert the free throws, Deucey. Knock down the first one. Knock me down one more. And we're good. Knicks fan said the Deuce is loose. Yes, he is. They thought they contained Deuce McBride in the first half. He played 1 minute in the first half with the foul trouble. McBride did knock down both free throws. I can't believe he didn't play in that second quarter, though. Terrible coaching from Tibbs in that second quarter. Halliburton up top, coming to his right off the screen. Picks his dribble up, and they call a foul on the Knicks. And it's a foul on Towns. That's 5 fouls on Towns. Come on. Let me see the foul. I don't think you call that foul, man. We're just standing there. That's a soft foul there. That's the best player on the court right now in Towns. It's the Knicks' best opportunity to come back into this game or to win this game tonight. And you give him a silly foul like that? Come on, man. Mark said acting job. That's fine. You could act and flop. But like, these are supposed to be the best refs in the world. You can't give them that call there. Mark said everything Turner does draws a whistle. Turner knocks down both free throws. McBride will bring it down. McBride coming to his right off the Town screen. Pulls it back, out to Towns. Towns catches, pump fakes, blows by Turner, down the lane. A lot of contact, puts it up off glass, can't get it to go, fight for the loose ball. Turner ends up with it. Here comes Halliburton. Halliburton up top, coming to it right off the Turner screen. Bounce pass to Turner. Turner back to Halliburton. Swings it over to Nembhard. Nembhard in the right corner. Excellent defense and switching from the Knicks. Good communication there. They get it over to Halliburton. Back up top. Nembhard catches. Pump fake. Driving to his right. Down the lane. Euro steps. Kicks it out. Halliburton saves it. Over to Turner. Shot clock at the end. Turner fires. Bricks it. Loose ball. Towns picks it up. Good box out from Anunoby on Siakam, keeping him off the glass. Towns comes over for the rebound. And he's rubbing on that left knee. And now he's limping back on offense. They get it over to Bridges. He's got a wide open lane to the basket. Goes to the little reverse layup. Gets chased down block. They kick it out. McBride wide open corner 3. Line me up. Comes up short. Long rebound. Turner ends up with it. You got to look to bring Brunson back in. We got 1:40 left. It's a 2-point game. Home run pass over to Siakam. Anunoby chases him down, and Siakam gets fouled by Anunoby. He's going to the foul line for 2 free throws. Oh, Turner gets his hand on the Bridges shot attempt, which forced him. Turner blocks it initially, which forced Bridges to kind of double clutch it and try to go back up, and it gave Siakam enough time to get him to chase down block. Oof. Excellent defense from the Pacers on that possession. Bridges got to be able to get that basket, though. So Siakam's at the foul line for 2 free throws here. You could tie the game at 98 with 1:30 to go. Siakam knocks down the first one. Brunson comes back in. I'd bring him in for Bridges, but McBride will come out. All right. Here we go, y'all. Here we go. Siakam could tie it at 98. He does just that. 2 perfect free throws from Pascal Siakam. Brunson will bring it down. The old starting 5 is out there with Brunson, Hart, Bridges, Anunoby, and Towns. Brunson has it on the right wing. 1:30 to go here in the fourth quarter. 90 seconds. Knicks season on the line, y'all. Brunson coming to his left off a town screen. Driving it down. Leans in the paint. Kicks it out the Bridges. Knocked out of bounds by Halliburton. It's going to remain with the Knicks. And they don't have a challenge left, so they can use it anything. Anunoby will inbound it. Get it into Brunson. Brunson on the left wing, driving to his right. He's got a lane in the basket. Puts up a tough floater. He got it to go. That's the captain. The captain right there. All right, here we go. We got to lock up defensively, y'all. Halliburton has it up top, dancing with it against Brunson as he switches onto him. Lock up, Brunson, lock up. Dancing with it, coming to his right off the screen. Town switches onto him. He's got the bum knee. They swing it out. Neesmith in the left corner. Pump fakes, driving it down. Mid-range. He puts up a floater. He can't get it to go. Josh Hart scraps a big, giant rebound. Big Josh, way to come flying in for the rebound. We're under a minute to go. We have the ball. We're up 2. Here we go, Knicks. Get it over to Brunson. Brunson up top. Brunson against Neesmith. Brunson dancing with it. Spinning to his left. Driving it down. In the lane. Goes to the basket. Gets it knocked out of his hands. It's going to stay with the Knicks. Good defense from Neesmith. A lot of contact, sure, but good defense. My hands are sweaty, y'all. My hands are sweaty. Get it in the Bridges, left corner. Bridges, pump fakes, inside the Brunson. Brunson, little fall-away jumper, airballs it. That's going to shot clock violation. Indiana's ball. Knicks hold a 2-point lead. 37.6 seconds left. Robinson and McBride are coming in for the biggest defensive stop of the season. Shot caller said, time to hit the lights. Nah, man, it's too close. Too close. We're not hitting the lights for this. Halliburton has it up top, coming to his left off the screen. Robinson switches on to Halliburton. Lock up, Mitch. Lock up. Driving to his right. Blows right past him. In the lane. Pulls it back out. They show 2. They get it out to Nembhard. Nembhard over to Turner. A straightaway 3 over Robinson. In and out. Can't get it to go. Josh Hart, big strong rebound. And he gets fouled, baby. And he gets fouled. And Josh Hart's holding his right knee. And Josh Hart's holding the right knee. Just as that said, Josh skied twice. Came down hard, though. He did. He's holding the right knee. And that's the knee that gave him issues. Remember, he missed 2 games coming out of the All-Star break, and we were all like, Josh, what happened? And he's got a bum knee. He's been playing with a bum knee for a while. He's going to limp his way to the foul line. We know Josh is a warrior, man. He's going to play through everything, but 19.6 seconds to go. Josh Hart hit both of these free throws and give us a 4-point lead. Don't give us a 3-point lead, brother. Come on. Knocks down the first one. Thank you, Josh. We got 1 more to go. You got 1 more to go. Got 1 more to go. Chi-Chi said, no, please, 3. I'm praying, Chi-Chi. I'm praying. The basketball gods need to be on our side, man. Here we go. Here we go. Josh Hart, knock us down a free throw. Put us up 4. Don't make the same mistake Anunoby and Towns made in game 1. And he knocks down 2 perfect free throws. They have a timeout, but Indiana's not going to look to use it. They get it into Turner. Turner hands it back off to Halliburton. Halliburton dancing with it. Knicks are up 4. Halliburton coming to his right, winding down a lot of clock. Halliburton's dancing with it. He's looking for an open space from 3, and Bridges fouls Halliburton. What a terrible call from the official. Carl Jean-Baptiste said, bad call. Horrible call. Ed Malloy, what are you doing? What are you doing? Neesmith has been bodying up and pushing Brunson all over the court all game long. And you give Bridges that foul? Halliburton knocks down the first one. Like, come on, man. Because this is a comeback either way. I mean, it's not a comeback if you lose it. Just as his dad said, this is fixed. Hey, check Ed Malloy's accounts, man. Check his accounts. Has he moved a lot of money recently? What's going on with it? Halliburton Knocks down both free throws. It's a 2-point game. 9.7 seconds to go. Knicks with the ball. All you got to do is inbound it and don't turn it over. All you have to do is inbound it and don't turn it over. That's all you have to do. Simple, right? It's so simple. Their win condition is so simple. Justice's dad said, what a comeback. It's not complete yet, Justice's dad. It's not complete yet. Don't count your chickens before they hatch, my man. Don't count your chickens before you hatched. Game 1 happened. Game 1 happened. The Knicks have a timeout remaining and the Pacers have a timeout remaining. Both teams with 1. Season on the line. Survive it. All the adversity, all the foul troubles, all the issues, all the offensive woes. Survive it. 2-1. Survive it tonight. Regroup. Survive game 4. Make it back to the Garden 2-2. Survive it. Justice's dad said, don't let Mikhail inbound. He said, Mikhail inbounds and we lose. Who do you have inbounded then? Definitely not Josh Hart. Definitely not Towns. Definitely not Anunoby. So Brunson will inbound it. Just as that said, Mikhail blew one like this in the season. Here we go. Here we go. No, Bridges will inbound it. Looked like Brunson was going to, but Bridges will inbound it. You know who's out there? The original starting 5. Hart, Anunoby, Brunson, Towns. Bridges inbounding. Get it into Brunson. He breaks free. Brunson's going to pull it out, and he gets fouled. Knock down your free throws, JB. Give us a 4-point lead. Don't give us a 3-point lead. Give us a 4-point lead. Shot callers. Hashtag survive. That's the mantra for these next 2 games, shot callers. Survive. Keep your season alive. Mark said the clock didn't start on time. You're in Indiana. You can't expect it to, Justice's dad. You can't expect it to. You just have to knock down your free throws. If we're playing the free throw game, all you have to do is knock down your free throws. Brunson's 8 for 8 tonight. Here we go. Knock down both of them. And you take a 4-point lead, and you can't lose it. He knocks down the first one. Thank you, JB. Got one more coming. Robinson's going to sub in for defensive situations. For a defensive situation here. Towns limps off with a knee thing. Towns and Hart both dealing with knee issues. Angelo Harding said, you better go coach the Knicks. I'd be on the bench. I'd be an assistant. I think I'd be a great assistant. MBM said, clock, 8.1 seconds exactly to go here, MBM. 8.1 exactly. Here we go. Brunson's at the foul line. He knocked down one. Knocked down another one, JB. Knocked down another one. JB knocked down both free throws. Indiana calls a timeout. Is that Timothy Chalamet? He made the trip to Indiana? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. So no fouls. No fouls. They shoot a crazy 3 and they make it. You put your hands up. You inbound the ball. You still have a timeout remaining. You get fouled. You knock down your free throws. Keith Modeste said, win this one, we'll win the next one. I'm not even doing it one game at a time. I'm doing it one quarter at a time, y'all. I'm doing it one quarter at a time. You win the quarter, and you win the next quarter, and you win the next quarter. And the next thing you know, the series will be tied at 2 games apiece. You go back to the Garden, 2-2. Gigi said, Tibbs has some preparation to do. Just look at that lineup that might have saved the season. Yeah, his name is Deuce McBride. Please play him more with the starters. Zero tolerance said, stay on their butts like packed pockets. Just don't foul. No fouls. No fouls. Force a tough shot. stand there like this. Don't even look to lean in and contest a little bit. Just stand there like this. If they knock it down, they knock it down. Nembhard's got to get it in. Gets it into Siakam. Siakam up top straight away. A deep three over Anunoby. Doesn't even hit rim. Hit the top of the backboard. Josh Hart with the rebound, and he gets fouled. And that'll be the game. And that'll be the game. Fred said, I hope Cat does not foul in this situation. Cat is out of the game, brother. Cat is out of the game. The Knicks overcame a lot. They overcame a lot here today. The foul issues, the officiating wasn't great. A terrible second quarter. Random lineup adjustments from Tibbs. He threw in Shamet and DeLon Wright, and then they came through. Despite all of that, Karl-Anthony Towns heated up. He came out, and he said, I'm going down. I'm not going down without a fight. Brunson did enough to keep it alive for the most part. Deuce McBride came in and saved the season. Karl-Anthony Towns came in and picked up from where McBride left off. Josh Hart knocks down both free throws. 2.6 to go. Nembhard will bring it down. He'll fire a three at the buzzer. He won't get it to go, and that'll be the end of the game, 106-100. And we keep our season alive, y'all. We survived tonight. We survived, right? There's no celebrating. There's no hitting the lights. We can hit the lights, but it's going to be a real sad lights hit. Real sad because we got more business to take care of. We got game 4 on, what's today? Sunday? We got game 4 on Tuesday. We got business. But they accomplished a goal. They survived and they keep the season alive. So here we go. Gigi said, the ball movement was so different with DeLon and Deuce. Ball was down the court with 18 seconds remaining on the shot clock. The reason for that, Chichi, is because they didn't have Nesmith in the game. Nesmith and McConnell wasn't in the game either, and they guard 94 feet. Without those guys in the game, the Knicks are free to bring the ball down and push it. When Brunson is in the game, they guard him 94 feet, which is why I've asked all season long, Chichi, for Tom Thibodeau to tell Brunson to go stand in the corner, for Mikal Bridges to come up, or Josh Hart or Anunoby or literally anybody freaking else to come up and say, I'll bring the ball down. Go stand down there, JB. I'm not going to let them guard you 94 feet so we can get into an offense with 15, 14 seconds to go on the shot clock. So, K. Hazy said DeLon is definitely playing next game, maybe Shamet too. I would expect both of them to play as well, K. Hazy. It's crazy that it took until game 3 of the Eastern Conference Finals for Tom Thibodeau to go, oh, DeLon Wright over campaign. Who could have guessed that was what we should have done? She said, can we put some respect on Cat's name? I've always had respect for Karl-Anthony Towns' game. I've told y'all time and time again. As frustrating as he can be, he's like a paradox. He's a paradox. And we got a substitution. For some reason, my alerts are not working. For some reason, the alerts are not working. But I appreciate the subscription. I appreciate you, whoever you are. For some reason, the alert's not working, and it didn't pop. But I'll have that fixed for the next stream. We'll be back tomorrow night to watch Minnesota OKC. The Hartenstein hate watch continues. We'll see how OKC responds to that. And then, of course, we'll be back on Tuesday for next game 4. I mean, when you look at this, you got contributions off the bench. You got 10, 12. You got 22 points off the bench. 9 for McBride, 8 for Hart, 2 for DeLon Wright, 3 for Landry Shamet. 23 for Brunson, 24 for Towns. 20 of them came in the fourth quarter. He had 4 points going into the fourth quarter, guys. 4. OG gave us 16. Mikal Bridges gave us 15. 15 seems like a lot for Mikal Bridges. He shot 18 times for 15 points, which isn't good. Which is not good. He got 15. Need a hot shooting game from Mikal Bridges at some point, man. At some point. The free throws. Can we shout out the free throws? 27 for 30. The reason why they won this game tonight was they actually hit their free throws. They hit their free throws in game 1. They're up 2-1 right now. Right? Free throws, very important. The Pacers at 27 for 33. Respectable, but not good enough. You know? David Osh Jr. said it's a series now. It's not a series yet until they win tomorrow and they have to survive. It's not a series until they win tomorrow. Because if the Pacers win tomorrow and they go up 3-1, all right, you're back where you started, being down 0-2, having to win 3 games in a row. So here we go. Here we go, y'all. Strap in. The conference finals. It's not over until it's over. It's not over until it's over. I do want to give a shout out to the rebounding as well, because Towns with 15 big old rebounds. Huge big old rebounds. Robinson with 6. 6 and 6 for Mitchell Robinson. I thought he was fine. Wasn't nearly as dominant tonight. He was fine. He was good. He was solid. Played Deuce McBride more. I know he had the foul issues, but he had 3 fouls in the first quarter, and he has 3 fouls the rest of the game. You don't worry about foul issues with backup point guards, Tom Thibodeau. You don't worry about foul issues. This is literally coaching 101 stuff. I can't believe I have to explain this to an NBA level, probably Hall of Fame level coach in Tom Thibodeau. You don't worry about foul issues for your backup guard. You don't worry about it. The fact that he only played 15 minutes tonight is horrendous, but he's got to play more. Look, 34 minutes for Josh Hart. I told y'all, don't worry about Josh Hart going to the bench. He's still going to play his 30 to 35 minutes tonight. It's going to happen. But him being able to play with different lineup configurations is good for him. It's also good for the other guys, like DeLon Wright and Landry Shamet. Wright ends up with 2. Shamet hit a 3 tonight, which was huge. As small as it was huge. McBride gave us huge shot making to end the third quarter to give Karl-Anthony Towns enough juice to lead us to a lead to start the fourth, and then the captain brought us home. That's exactly how it went. Exactly how it should go, I should say. David said, what'd you say, David? Where did it go, David? David said, DeLon, Shamet, and Deuce gave us a great lift. It's almost like when you play guys who are good defenders, like they'll make a solid impact whether they make shots or not. Please stop playing campaign the rest of the season. Please don't bring back campaign going into next year. Davey said, when's the next game? It's every other day, AP, so we'll be on Tuesday. Tomorrow will be Minnesota OKC, and the day after will be the Knicks. Now, Dimitri, what's up, Niall? Yak said, will be a great holiday. Yes, they saved the holiday weekend, Yak. They absolutely saved the holiday weekend. Great call. Great call. We could all enjoy our Memorial Day now. Hopefully, y'all get to hang out with your families, maybe get to a barbecue, or maybe just chill. Maybe just relax for your Memorial Day. Celebrate the way you want to celebrate, man. Enjoy your time off. Enjoy some relaxation. Shot Collar said, Knicks in 6. Never in doubt, brother. Never in doubt. Knicks in 6. Here we go. Justin's dad said, this was a great season and it's not over. Not over yet, man. It's not over until it's over. I told y'all, we aren't getting into off-season conversations until the Knicks are eliminated. We're not doing it. We're not doing it. You go down 0-2. See, the series is not over. You put your big boy pants on, you go on the road, and you survive. And you survive. Justin's dad said, no trash-talking cat ever again. Stop trading him. Stop trading him. He's showing you time and time again. He's built for this. He's ready for the moment. Rayo White said, remember, Indy was up 20. Knicks weren't the Knicks up? Well, they were up 16 in game 1 in the fourth quarter. 20-point comebacks are common in the NBA, brother. They're common in the NBA. Jerry McLean said, we're just getting warmed up. We are. We are. I mean, I think we're warmed up. But we got to start pulling in these wins. Fred said, do you think he will put in the other player if the Knicks get in foul trouble? What do you mean, Fred? He did that all night long. You get in foul trouble, you get pulled out. Maybe he said, the games are so relaxing when you have the rooting interest in it? Or no rooting interest in it is what you mean, AP? D. Grant said, I agree with Chuck. JB needs to give the ball up, pass it around. The issue is when Brunson gives it to certain guys, those guys tend to stand around with it. But for the most part, yes. Those guys need to have the confidence in themselves to do something without the ball. Preferably play out of Karl-Anthony Towns a little bit more in the post. Whether he has or maybe not even out of the post, but whether Towns has Turner or Siakam on him, we need to play through Towns a little bit more often than we do. But look, the goal is to survive tonight. And I'm going to, spoiler alert, the goal for Tuesday night would be survive again. Right? I'm going to tell you right now what it's going to be up on the board. It's going to be survive again. Because if you go down 3-1, you significantly decrease your chances of making the comeback and winning the series. But if you can win 2 in Indiana, you can go back to the Garden and tie it at 2. You put yourself in a situation where the series can go either way. It's then a best of 3. Keanu Brown said, just do not play precious. I agree with you, Keanu. I agree with you. B. Will said, if it goes 7, the Knicks win. I hope so, man. I hope so. Let's play it out. Roll the ball out and play it out. Yak said, Brunson averages 8.5 assists before tonight, 39 points. Stop the Brunson nonsense. I'm with you, Yak. I'm with you. Yes. Does he need to move around with the off ball a little bit more? Yes. Do the other 4 guys who are on the court with him need to stop giving the ball to Jalen Brunson and be like, here, JB, do something with it? You know, the worst thing I hate is when Brunson passes it to somebody and they get the ball. I got to put air in this ball again. When Brunson passes the ball to somebody and they get the ball and they do this. Here, JB, take it back. I didn't have a shot, so you take it back, JB. Create another shot for us. You know, that's my biggest pet peeve with this team sometimes, where Brunson will just give the ball to Bridges because he's being pressured like crazy, and Bridges will get it, and he'll go, JB, here, let me hand it off back to you. Josh Hart is famous for that. Right? And it's like, no, man. No, if I swung the ball to you, tell JB, all right, go run off some screens, clear it out, Towns, come up, set a screen. Right? All right, I got you. Let's come over here. Like, it shouldn't be that complicated. Right? Go set Brunson. Go set a screen for Anunoby. Anunoby, come up. Let me swing it over to OG. OG gets it. OG has it up top. Towns, come up, set the screen. Let me come over this way. Brunson's now curling out to the other way. Now they're going to pin down, and Bridges is going to cut to the basket. Anunoby coming off a Towns screen. Brunson's coming back up. Maybe I swing it back up to Brunson. Brunson has it. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Towns, come set a screen for me now. Now the defense is rotating. Now everybody's touched the ball. Now you get it back in your best player's hands, and we can run a 2-man action with Brunson and Towns. Obviously, they try to do stuff like that, but it's not nearly consistent enough. Not nearly consistent enough. Hey, Hazy said Josh had so many open threes tonight. Bridges had a ton of open threes. I don't want to hear about Josh Hart open threes. I want to hear about Bridges open threes. And you guys know, I've protected Mikal Bridges heavily because I think he's been scapegoated a little too much. But tonight he had open looks and he was 1 for 6 from 3. It's not good enough, man. You're supposed to be the guy to hit threes. Not nearly good enough. OG Anunoby hit his threes tonight, 4 for 6. Perfect. I'll take it. But you got to hit some threes, Mikal. You got to hit some threes. There's only so much protecting I can do for you, Mikal. I can't protect that. I can't protect 1 for 6. Justice Dad said, needed this win as much as one team can need a win. Yeah, if you go down 0-3, the series is effectively over. They survived. Mission accomplished. Now to focus on the next game. Diego L. What's up, Diego? Greetings from Pennsylvania. Knicks forever. Yes, sir, brother. Yes, sir. Just that's a JB clutch as it gets. I mean, look, man, he knocked down all of his free throws to end it. There we go. That's all we could ask for. Just close it out. And he closed it out. So here we go. We will meet back here tomorrow for Game 4 of Minnesota versus Oklahoma City. Minnesota absolutely dominated OKC last night, so we'll see how they respond tomorrow. But we will be back for tomorrow. Tuesday. Back for the Knicks on Tuesday. Game 4 against the Pacers in Indiana. Need to survive once again. Roger Johnson, what's up, Roger? Bridges and Anunoby are very inconsistent. Very inconsistent, Roger. Very inconsistent. You need those guys to step up in terms of their consistency a lot more. Just dead, so you're not calling a 2-1 series? What do you mean? What do you mean? Tomorrow? No. We're calling the game tomorrow, just dead. We'll be here tomorrow. We'll be here tomorrow. We'll be here Tuesday. We're calling every game. Every game. It's the conference finals. We're calling every game in the conference finals. Yak said Cat Fourth was just awesome. That was a dude who didn't want to go home early, man. That was a dude who wanted to save the season. Right? That was the guy who wanted it. That was the guy who was hungry. That was the guy who was mentally tough. All the things you guys were saying he wasn't. Right? Right, Yak? All the things we were reading in chat about how, oh, this Knicks team isn't this. This Knicks team isn't that. And it's like, you telling me that this team isn't mentally tough? That this team isn't resilient? That this team doesn't have that dog in them? Like, come on. Okay, he said, I'm glad we won. I thought some mistakes were fixed. Just bad, sloppy play. Yeah, I mean, part of that, though, K. Hazy, is you got to give credit to, you also have to give credit to the Pacers' defense. It's a very underrated defense. Their defense doesn't get the shine because they started off as an offensive-oriented team, and they've slowly brought the defense along. But they pressure you, and they run you to the point where they mentally tire you out. Like, I think physically, the Knicks are physically conditioned enough to keep pace with them. But the thing that wears on you is the mental fatigue, where you start turning the ball over, or you settle for a shot that you normally wouldn't settle with, because it's like, I don't want to have to bang with them again. Like, I don't want Neesmith to close out on me, and then I have to go one-on-one against Neesmith again, and then try to come around a screen on him, but he's not getting screened because Neesmith's a good defender, and he's staying in front of me, and I'm tired. Let me just settle. Let me just settle for, okay, I have some space in the mid-range. Let me just settle for this mid-range shot real quick. It's maybe not the shot I wanted, but the shot I took. And yeah, it's a makeable shot, but that's the thing, right? And it's like, let me try to get him to foul trouble. Let me hit him with a pump fake. He didn't go for it. Now he's closing out. Now I'm pivoting and looking for an outlet, and I got nobody to get it to, and then maybe I turn it over. You know, it's the mental fatigue more than anything when you play the Pacers, more than physical fatigue. Just that's a Josh 35 minutes cap. I think, around 30 to 35. I talk about all the time is what he should be getting instead of 40. But here we go. Just that Shamet at plus 12. I knew you were going to mention that. I was looking at the box score and I saw plus 12 for Shamet. I was like, he's going to say Shamet had a phenomenal game tonight, isn't he? Shamet was good, though. Shamet was good. DeLon Wright was good, provided good minutes. McBride was great in his only 15 minutes because for some reason, even though he picked up 3 fouls, Tom Thibodeau forgot he was able to go back to Deuce McBride. 34 minutes for Josh Hart, 10 big old rebounds from him, 4 assists, 8 points. It wasn't perfect from Josh, but he got it going. He got it done. So here we go. D. Grant said, the cure for the Pacers' pressure is what Towns did today, put pressure on their defense driving into the paint. That's not the pressure that they put on you, D. Grant. The pressure they put on you starts in the backcourt when they inbound the ball. Two Toxic said, glad no one did the choke sign. It's Bush League. This team is very classy, brother. This team is very classy. They don't do nonsense like that. K. Hazy said, how tall is Shepard? Deuce getting that tip was clutch. Shepard's not that much taller. Ben Shepard is 6'6". About 4 or 5 inches taller than Deuce McBride. Deuce McBride can get up there, man. He can get up there. Yak said, McBride 1 minute first half. That's what I'm saying, Yak. That's what I'm saying. Like Tom Thibodeau just completely forgot that he was allowed to play Deuce McBride in that second quarter. Like, he picked up the 3 fouls in the first quarter, but you don't worry about foul trouble for a backup guard. Like, he's a backup guard. He's not playing 30 minutes. He's playing 20 to 25 likely. He just forgot he could play them in the second quarter, and it was by far the worst second quarter we've seen in this series from the Knicks. By far, outside of the fourth quarter collapse, but in game 1. But in terms of like a full 12-minute quarter, it was by far the worst full quarter we've seen. There was no Deuce McBride. Brunson was in foul trouble. Towns got in foul trouble. All of the things were bad. All of the things were bad. Yak said, who cares about 3 fouls not playing his worst? That's what I'm saying, Yak. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. You don't worry about 3 fouls on a backup point guard in the second quarter. Playing 1 minute in the first quarter and then never seeing him again in the first half was awful. Awful coaching from Tibbs. He wasn't perfect tonight, but look, man, he went deeper into the bench. He dusted off DeLon Wright, which is something we've literally asked for him since the Detroit series. And he remembered Landry Shamet was on the team, and he was like, oh, maybe I'll try Landry Shamet tonight. So. D. Grant said, Shaq said the same thing I am saying, feed the ball to Towns in the paint or let him drive the ball to the cup. D. Grant, Shaq is not the guy you want agreeing with your basketball point. Shaq does not watch basketball, D. Grant. Don't listen to Shaq. Yak said Matherin showed up for the first time in the series in the second quarter. I don't even remember Matherin. Did he? Matherin, 8 minutes, 0 for 1 from the field, 2 points. Outside of TJ McConnell, their bench has been bad. Their bench has been bad, guys. Outside of TJ McConnell saved their bench. He saved their bench. 12 points for TJ McConnell off the bench in 15 minutes. Only 15 minutes for TJ, when he was one of the most impactful players in the game. 20 points for Halliburton, 3 turnovers, 2 fouls, 7 assists. An okay game from Halliburton, nothing too spicy from him. Nembhard with 9. Turner was 1 for 6 from 3. Nesmith was 1 for 3. Siakam was 0 for 1. Overall, they were 5 for 25 from three-point range, and the Knicks were 11 for 32. D. Grant said, Shaq has 4 rings, so I'll listen to a person like that. All right, brother. You could stay ignorant if you want. Shaq has openly stated he doesn't watch NBA basketball anymore, dog. Shaq won his rings 20 years ago. You got to mature and realize that just because you win in a league does not mean you understand the evolution of the league. Okay, he said, I remember saying that Matherin being out last year was the reason the Knicks did so well against them. Yeah, and he's playing in the playoffs this year, and he's been bad in this series. He was good in other series. He's been really bad in this series. Only 8 minutes. It seems like Rick Carlisle was pulling the plug on Matherin and going with Shepherd. Shepherd 17 minutes tonight. Only 8 for Ben Matherin. Too Toxic said Tibbs is forced tonight to change it up, and it paid off. Maybe he cannot be so predictable. We've talked about multiple times like what Red Do Tibbs is. It just sucks that he has to be put into a corner with literally your season on the line to make an adjustment. Because you look at Rick Carlisle, and after game 1, Rick Carlisle was like, okay, I'm getting Thomas Bryant out of here, and I'm putting Tony Bradley in. I didn't even know Tony Bradley was on the Pacers this year. And he was like, well, he's a bigger body, and he's better at boxing out than Thomas Bryant. Like, that's good coaching. He didn't wait for 3 games for Thomas Bryant to get destroyed by Mitchell Robinson. He was just like, I'm going with Tony Bradley. He's bigger, better box. He's better at boxing out. He's not a better player than Thomas Bryant. But, like, he's able to steal minutes with Tony Bradley. Like, that's good coaching. He's not just going to stick with Ben Matherin, even though Ben Matherin is a better player than Ben Shepherd. He was like, I'm going to go with Shepherd. He fits this series better. It's just the smart way of coaching to be. Someone phrased it on Twitter before, and I saw it. Rick Carlisle is proactive, and Tom Thibodeau is reactive. Tom Thibodeau has to wait and see before he makes a decision, while Rick Carlisle was like, ooh, that's not going to work. Like, if you just look at it and you think about the basketball reasons about how this situation could play out, that's not going to work. Let me be proactive about the situation. Let me get Thomas Bryant out of here, and let me put Tony Bradley in. All right, let me see who has it between Ben Matherin and Ben Shepherd. Oh, Shepherd is playing better? Let me have Ben Shepherd in there. He's more of a three-point threat, and he plays harder defensively. Right? He's not going to make as many defensive mistakes. Yeah, I said TNT is back. Shaq saying Pacers let game get away, but not mentions Knicks letting 2 get away. I don't listen to the TNT guys when they talk about basketball. Watch the TNT guys for entertainment and for laughs. D. Grant said, I played college ball, and I know you have to have a guy in the paint that can score because it puts a lot of pressure on the opponent's defense. No one is saying you don't, brother. No one is saying you don't. But if you dump the ball down into the paint time and time again, you're giving the defense a break. There is a reason why you don't really see post players in the NBA anymore, brother. Welcome to 2025. AB said TNT is biased. I don't think they're biased. Well, they are biased. And they don't hide their biases, but they're just an entertainment product. Just watch them to have some laughs. Don't watch them for their basketball opinions. Yak said Shaq never left the paint. Yeah, Shaq knows how to play basketball one way. And he's also the most physically dominant player to probably ever play the game, him and Will Chamberlain. And it's like, yeah, he should be hanging around the basket. But you don't have a 40% three-point shooting center and then have him stand in the paint the whole game. Like, sorry, if you believe that, you don't know what you're talking about. You have to be able to mix it up. You have to play inside out. Casey said, Cat also gets in foul trouble playing in the paint. Exactly. He probably leads the league in offensive fouls out of the post. If you continue to dump it down to him in the post, you will be effectively limiting the effectiveness of what Karl Anthony Towns does. Also, having him in the post time and time again clogs up the lane, especially now that we're playing the double big lineup with Robinson in there. So now that you're clogging up the lineup, there are no driving lanes for Brunson, no driving lanes for Bridges, no driving lanes for Anunoby, and you are effectively having to play one style instead of having the floor open. But you're right. Just keep dumping it down to Karl Anthony Towns because that worked in the 90s. So that's going to work today because Shaquille O'Neal said it. Relax, brother. Relax. 2025, my man. 2025. You have to be able to mix it up. You have to be able to do both. There is no one way to play. You have to be able to play multiple ways. You have to be able to win multiple ways. That's the sign of a good basketball team. Too Toxic said it's amazing what some fresh legs can do for the Knicks. Ain't it crazy, Too Toxic? Ain't it crazy that if maybe you play good NBA players like Shamet or DeLon Wright, who've just been dying to be given another opportunity here, who are going to play hard for you defensively, and maybe they'll knock some shots down offensively for you. Ain't it crazy what they can bring you? Maybe finally going away from Cam Payne, who's a shot chucker, who hasn't had it going since the fourth quarter of Game 1 against the Detroit Pistons. Maybe finally going away from him in the Eastern Conference Finals in Game 3 with your season on the line. Isn't it crazy what happens when you actually put a defensive guy out there instead of Cam Payne, who's just going to run around and check up shots? Ain't it crazy what happens? Just that said, both teams made 34 shots. How big are free throws? Free throws are huge. Free throws are huge. The Knicks also won the three-point shooting battle. 11 made threes for the Knicks, only 5 for the Pacers. D. Grant said, I did not said keep him in the paint. I just said Towns did. I just like Towns did today to keep driving in the paint a little more than mix it up. Brother, you just said keep giving it to him in the paint and have him stop shooting perimeter shots. That's what you said. I responded to what you said. I did not make up what you said. That is what you said. And you are right, in a sense that he needs to be in the paint a little bit more often than he is. But you are not right when you say tell him to stop shooting threes and tell him to be in the post more, because that's how he gets in trouble. Charlie said, let's celebrate the Knicks surviving and winning. Exactly. I will be back tomorrow. Hopefully you guys will join me as the Oklahoma City Thunder and the Minnesota Timberwolves continue their battle. Hopefully Minnesota can even that series up at 2 games apiece. It will make it a lot more fun. And then we'll be back on Tuesday. The Knicks Game 4, Game of Survival will continue. Game of Survival will continue. So here we go, y'all. I appreciate y'all. Remember, get a good night's sleep. Brush your teeth before bed. And stay hydrated, y'all. And I'll see y'all tomorrow. If not, I will see y'all on Tuesday. I'm out. Good night, everybody. Bye.